Hello and welcome. I'm your host, William Liu. I'm joined by co-host Alex Wong. You are listening to the Hello and Welcome podcast presented by Betway. We are going to talk mostly playoffs today because that was our plan. Lots of great playoff action going on. Two teams being sent home last night. One team being sent home last night. Another team being sent home the night before that. With the Cavs going out sad, with the Warriors also kind of going out sad as well. But of course, there is this breaking news from Mark Stein that the Atlanta Hawks are interested in trying to lure away our beloved Masai Ujiri. We'll talk about that at the end, though, because we have not talked playoffs in a bit, and this has been a very Raptors-focused week with the draft lottery and where the Raptors might pick at number 9. Most importantly, Alex Wong cannot get both his camera and his laptop charging to work at the same time. So we have a fixed amount of time here. We only got so much juice today. I'm just saying that.
We got about 2 hours. We're definitely going to be doing some blame pies, on the Cavs and Warriors. So if the battery runs out, I think we should just throw 100% at Bob Myers. Yeah, both ruining the 2 timeline Warriors and ruining my enjoyment of every ESPN broadcast. So he should be on that too. Shouts to all my Leafs fans. We're gonna get this in 7 games. So.
Oof, I know you don't believe that.
Yeah, I got a Leafs practice jersey for sale. If anybody wants it, if you want to pick up downtown, I'll do it for $40. Yeah, hit me up.
Wow.
How much did you pay for that? There's no way that was only 40.
I'll throw in a toque as well. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Just producer note. I will throw it out there. If the Leafs don't make it, we can also make blame pies for hockey.
Yeah, we're
100%.
definitely gonna do blame pie. I'm very close to guaranteeing that the Leafs will win in 7. Otherwise, I'll walk to Richmond Hill. Because I just
walk to Richmond Hill.
That's what Jerome said. I just really want to walk to Richmond Hill. But I just need a reason. So. We might put a guarantee on that, but let's start with Nuggets, Thunder. The Thunder really impressive these last 2 games, trailing in the fourth quarter at home in game trailing at home? In game 5, and they also came back in game 4. I don't know, man. We starting to believe in the Thunder or what, man?
Hey, listen, I think I'm gonna open the floor up for you for your mea culpa to second option Jalen Williams, and then the second option of Jalen Williams, of the Asian Jalen Williams, who has done an incredible job guarding Nikola Jokic.
He's a body, man. He's Asian Steven Adams in there, man. This guy's a tank.
Because I think both of you guys picked the Nuggets to win this series. I picked the Thunder.
I picked the Thunder, but I wasn't happy about it. Yeah, I wasn't happy about it though. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just me who picked the Nuggets as my Wolves round 1 type pick. I also put it down as my lock, so this is about to turn ugly for me.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Just like the Leafs are still alive.
Still
Actually,
alive,
who do
dog.
you believe in more, the Nuggets or the Leafs? 100% the Nuggets.
God.
But,
the Thunder though. What do you want from me, man?
Well, I mean, look, OKC doesn't really have signature moments in the playoffs with this group just yet. I think we came as close to one with the way Shea closed out Game 5. I thought that was really impressive. I mean, the pull-up 3, the way he was drawing double teams, swing to the corners for guys to get open for 3. Obviously, we know that Lou Dort...
swing. Get out of here.
No, but he played great, man. He had that lob for the N1, too.
Strawberry swing over here, man. Get out of here.
Yo, that's an elite song, especially when Frank Ocean did that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. But, I think with OKC, that's probably been my concern. Is I know they can blow a team out. We've seen them blow the Nuggets out in this series, but when they get into close games, are they able to close it out? And I think that this is a young team figuring that portion out. And honestly, they probably could have already won this series if it wasn't for that ridiculous Game 1 blunder.
Yeah, Mark Daigneault blew it for them. Mark Daigneault, if they lose this series, Mark Daigneault's eating that whole pie, man.
Yeah. Oh,
he's actually eating that whole pie. You cannot. Cost your team a game as a head coach. Thankfully, they're up 3-2. They're looking all right, but damn.
Yo, the chat knows ball, man.
When we were kids. Yo, the Coldplay version's sick too.
I mean, that's the original version, man. What do you know about that? What do you know about that album, man? What's that for? That French Revolution ass album?
Oh yeah, the cover looks crazy.
Yeah, that Viva La
Coldplay
Vida.
tickets in Toronto are like $700, man. If anybody wants to hook that up, I'll pick that up downtown as well. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a trade for a laptop for spaghetti meme. Is you trading a loose practice jersey for Coldplay tickets?
But yeah, the Thunder, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm a big hater. So like I still want to see them close this series out. They're obviously in good shape right now. I think tonight's game in Denver will say a lot. Like it's possible the Nuggets have given their best punch these last couple games, and maybe this is it for them because like they're just simply running out of guys. But yeah, like Shea stepped up. It's funny to me too because like I feel like Mark Daigneault's stuck with his guns and played like his 10-man rotation. Like he had all his guys out there, and you saw like in the last couple games, like Kayson Wallace was hitting threes for them. Like Lou Dort lost his mind for like 2 minutes.
Lou Dort single-handedly rescued that OKC team.
Yeah, they don't.
Like he deserves credit for that.
They don't win that game, and it reminded me of when Lou Dort went heads up against James Harden in the bubble in the Game 7.
Oh man, yet another infamous James Harden crash out, losing to rookie Lou Dort.
No, they won that game, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Jalen Williams, I gotta give him credit too. Like he hasn't been their problem, like the problem in this series.
Yeah.
Like he's been really good for them. He has stepped up. And yeah, the Asian Jalen Williams too. Like I really wasn't familiar with his game, and he's out there giving them really quality minutes matched up against Jokic, and still out there smiling. Like this is my thing with the Thunder.
Oh
it's like,
yeah.
It's like you guys got so much aura off the court. Like I want to see it in the playoffs on the court, and I think we're finally seeing it these last couple games. I almost feel like their identity is just like. Their defense is so good.
Their defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, their defense is so good that it's like they can have these like offensive droughts and struggle and still beat you.
Right.
And I respect that. So yeah, I'm coming around on the Thunder. I think these last 2 wins was huge for them. Like some teams would fold after losing that overtime game in Game 3. So, but I still don't think this series is over yet, though.
No, I mean that's the question. Do you actually think that we'll see a Game 7 in this series? Because I want to so bad that the second round has low key been a little quiet and underwhelming.
Yeah,
I mean mostly due to injuries. Well, let's be real.
I mean, at this point, I think it's just how many guys are going to show up for the Nuggets. Like Michael Porter's Junior's shoulder looks like it's done.
Yo, he's hooping with a Depends diaper on his shoulder, man. It looks insane. How is that medically like? You know, have you seen it? Like it's an actual diaper on his shoulder.
He got a FanDuel parlay hiding under there.
What's happening underneath that? Like it's like a bunker on his head.
He had 2 huge threes there in Game 4 that he just that was just short. Like you can tell, like he's just not himself right now.
Right.
The non-Jokic Nuggets were 1 of 15 from the field in Game 4, and Jokic did everything like he could to try to drag this team, and he almost did.
With that stupid,
with that stupid three. But the thing is, the minute that three went up, you knew that was going in. Like you just knew. So I think it's like Jamal Murray was like 10 of 27.
Yeah.
In Game 5, and it's like I think if Jamal and Jokic are both going.
Yeah,
then it's still a pretty even matchup to me. These two teams have been pretty even since the Game 2 blowout. So I'm not counting out the Nuggets to win Game 6. And then you get to a Game 7, it's like, okay, who's the best player on the court? Who's going to step up? So I don't think it's over, but it does feel like the Nuggets might be running out of gas and just like running out of guys. Because like Westbrook's air balls are like going sideways now. They're not even at the basket.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so I don't even, because like right now, how many guys on the Nuggets, like, can you really trust? Because like they just can't score enough.
You know what? Nuggets trust meter would be pretty funny. I mean, Aaron Gordon might be his most trustworthy teammate at the moment. Jamal has like Jamal's capable of way more impact, but you can't trust that it's going to happen night to night because Jamal's either going to have like a 40-point game or like a 15-point game on 10 of 15 shooting.
Yeah,
I guess you can't have 15 with 10 points or 10 buckets, but yeah, I think Aaron Gordon you definitely trust. You go with Aaron Gordon all day. Aaron
Mr.
Gordon
Nugget.
Yo, Aaron Gordon All-Stars would just be like the most dependable playoff role players.
Yeah. No, guys who got out of situations into like the perfect situation. It's kind of like, I want to say it's like Andre Iguodala. It's like an Andre Iguodala type situation, right?
Okay,
Because
I
Gordon,
like
if he
that.
stayed in Orlando, was just always going to be like, I don't know, like a #1 guy on a 25-win team, right?
Yeah,
And now he's rewritten his career.
it's too close to home. Let's gonna move on from that. I don't want to talk about it as a Raptor fan,
Oh,
but
brother.
yeah, I mean, I think yeah, Jamal. Like, look, Jamal's gonna have to step up, man, and I think Jamal's capable of it. Like, Jamal has had some really good moments in this series. The thing is, he's just getting hounded. Like,
Yeah.
as much as Jokic is getting hounded, we know Jokic is big and he's kind of impervious to these things. Man, watching like Lou Dort and then Alex Caruso and then Case and Wallace, like just wave after wave
Yeah.
of guys just hounding
Well,
Jamal.
same for Jokic too, man. Like
man.
before Game 5, like he had 3 straight terrible games on offense, and it's
Yeah,
like
true.
just seeing the way they're like double, triple teaming him. Like it must suck to have like Chet's long arms, and then you got Hardenstein coming. It's
Oh,
like
man.
it's like a lizard and like a rhino coming.
Yo, and then an Asian guy comes at you.
Yeah, Asian guy comes in and he's just smiling at you.
Yo, honestly, Asian Joe Williams has done an amazing job. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
I thought he was like Patrick Patterson or something, but like, no, he's actually solid. Like,
No, he's a
for
player,
him.
man. I
Yeah.
want Asian Jalen Williams. So
okay. Just want an all Asian Raptor team, man.
yeah, so on Betway tonight, the Thunder are actually favored on the road, 4.5. So the Nuggets are getting 4.5 points at home, 1.90 odds. So the Sharps think the Thunder are gonna wrap it up tonight. What do you think?
I don't care what Jared thinks, man. I think we're seeing a game 7, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we're
we'll
seeing
see.
a game 7.
I think it'll either be a Nuggets win, Nuggets blowout, or OKC wins a close game.
Give me a Nikola Jokic 50 ball.
Oh man, yeah. I don't even.
Jokic and Murray combined for 83 points. That's my prediction.
All right, I think
That's
they're
what
gonna
they
need
need.
that.
That's what they're gonna need.
Because Julian Strother and
Oh,
Peyton
man.
Watson's gonna give them 4.
No, what about Jalen Pickett, man? Wasn't that the whole discussion? Was like they're
my
playing
God.
Westbrook over Jalen Pickett. I'm like, you got bigger problems.
Well, this is the question too. Who do you think Mike Malone's rooting for the Nugs? Like he's sitting at home.
well-
Like, is he like, yo, I want to be proven right that these guys have no depth. Like, this is why I didn't play these rookies and young players. Like which side, or is he like, man, like I want a title with Yoke, with Jamal, like these are my guys. Take into account he got fired a week before the playoffs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd still feel a little salty. I'm not gonna lie. This is like
Yeah.
asking, do you think Dwayne Casey was rooting for the Raptors? During the
Oh, well, we
championship?
know the answer to that. Come on, man. We know
Dwayne
the
Casey
answer
was
to
like a
that.
dang bucks and what?
We know the answer to that. But
By the way,
yeah,
do you think
so,
Nick was holding out on ideas for Dwayne that
Oh, my
2018
God.
season?
there
There was
anyways,
no
make sure,
box one on LeBron.
make sure you check out your basketball betting odds on Betway and hit the QR code below. Yeah, no, I'm really excited about this series.
Can I
rest of it.
suggest a rapid fire Game 6 trust
Ooh,
pie?
trust
of who-
pie. Yo, that's the opposite of a blame pie. Wow.
Yeah, but this is like specifically Game 6 who you bet on. So we have Eric Gordon top at 100 right now, but we're going to split it up. How much? Very quickly, no. Just give me numbers. Don't give me reasons.
Yeah, give me the names. I can't see anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got Aaron Gordon up top, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Christian Brown, Russell Westbrook, Payne Watson, and just because you mentioned it at the end, I'll say Julian Strouder. He can get 0 if you want.
Okay, Christian Brown, I'm giving him like a solid.
Wait, let's start from the top. Aaron Gordon.
Okay, Aaron Gordon getting like 40% of this because I feel like he's shooting 40% from 3.
Yeah.
All right, you trust him 40%. Jamal Murray,
25.
25. All right. Michael Porter Jr.
3.
We have 3. Yeah.
All right, 3 for 3. Christian Brown.
I
like
actually
Brown.
really
I
like
like
Troy.
Brown.
Yeah. Give him a solid like 20 actually. A really good.
He
role
gets
player.
20. Okay.
He's a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog. for
Okay, we
sure.
have 12% left. Russell
Yeah,
Westbrook.
that sounds about right actually.
0.01. Yeah.
Point zero-
minus 16.
My-
Yeah,
never-
actually slap a minus on it. Yeah.
Let's see what happens if you put a minus on this graph.
He's Tiger Woods.
do not know. I've not tested this. All right, so we've earned 14%.
Yo, minus is actually sick.
It's crazy. He can't
Minus.
even appear on the pie because he's negative. Okay, Peyton Watson now has Peyton and Julian Strouder have 14% trust.
No, we need to
each.
drop them. We need to drop them and give more to Gordon and Murray.
Fair enough.
So let's give them like 5% or something.
I think the Westbrook minus 16 number is completely throwing off the pot.
Well, I think it's fair. I think it's fair though.
Yeah. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, do you trust Westbrook more than Michael Porter Jr.? Because low key, Michael Porter Jr. is like a minus 30 for me.
Man, but like like
Okay,
Alien-
well, let's add more back in. So Michael Porter Jr. now is at a minus 30.
Yeah, minus 30 easily. Yeah.
So now we have way.
Well, it's a good point in the Coco in the chat. Jokic should be on this list. So if we just put Jokic,
Well, no,
on
no.
this
See,
list,
because Jokic were guaranteed. So this is like
Jokic is
who supports
100%.
Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, got you.
Like these are the people that Jokic needs to like trust to help him win this game.
Wow, man, how is he doing this?
I think you just got to bump up Murray and Gordon.
Okay, so
yeah.
Gordon now is what? Like
Let's
give him
give Gordon like 60%,
60. All right, and Murray
and then 45.
Yeah.
45. All right, that puts Payton. Okay, I think this is pretty fair. All right, so
Issue is I don't trust Peyton Watson and Julian Strawther either, man.
why don't you give Christian Brown a little more then?
Yo, wow, he really only has 2.5 trustworthy teammates.
Let's give Christian Brown 35. Is that unreasonable?
Yeah, 35 I think is fair.
No, I like
There
that.
we go. All right, so
This is good.
updated
I like this.
for Nikola Jokic to win Game 6 and take it to Game 7. We have this much trust in his teammates. Aaron Gordon gets 60% of the trust. Jamal Murray, 45. Michael Porter Jr., negative 30%.
Yeah, for sure.
Christian Brown, 35%. Russell Westbrook, negative 16. And then Payne Watson and Julian Strawther split 3% for the end there.
Yeah, well,
Perfect.
I didn't know you could put negatives on the on a pie chart.
This is a game changer for the pies.
Yo, what you know about Excel, man? Most important percentage is I'm at 58%.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Anyways, next up.
Jerome, turn on the TikTok camera. Turn on the
Anyways.
TikTok camera.
Yeah. Anyways, next up, Knicks could not close out the Boston Celtics last night.
I'm sorry. Man.
And Josh Hart was
Please find a way to charge your laptop.
Josh Hart was bleeding. Luke Cornett looked like he had a generational game. Derek White stepped up as well.
Oh,
Man.
Woo.
I don't think this series is over, brother. I
Yo.
don't know. I feel like the Knicks have a lot of hype. It's like you hear about the celebs that are courtside.
Oh, yeah,
you hear
Timothy.
about the ticket prices and stuff. The hype is not
Right.
matching the product, man. The hype has not matched the product the whole season. And I don't know, we might need to invoke Bill's Ewing theory here.
I was gonna
And-
throw Ewing theory at you on
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Ewing theory here, we always say like the Celtics live and die by the three. Like they still have a lot of good players, man. And the variance could swing, get a little tense in game 6 at the Garden. Like
Sure.
if I'm the Knicks, I'm not trying to go back to the real Garden
Okay.
in Boston in game 7, man.
Okay, so a couple things. Number one, the ball movement was a lot better without Tatum. I thought Tatum played this series before he got injured. Obviously, get well soon, but he felt like he was playing the series to prove a point rather than to just do what the team needs. So there was so much of him isoing, attacking close. I don't even think that he was really doing a great job of managing the offense. Especially down the stretch of how they choked game 1 and how they choked game 2. A lot of that was down to poor decision making from Tatum as the leader of the team. Now, of course, obviously in game 4 where he played amazing and then he got hurt, he was doing much better. But even that game, there's still a lot of isolation. I think that they play better team basketball. I also thought Jaylen Brown, who has been a real I don't know, it's inspiring watching Jaylen Brown. He's taking the team on his back and trying to will the team as much as possible. A lot of it's going to come down to 3-point variance. They're going to need Peyton Pritchard to play great. I thought he played pretty well last night as well. They need Derek White to play great. Obviously, he was great last night. The real thing I'm concerned about is, man, that thing did not look real because Luke Cornett was playing like white Bill Russell last night. That was crazy, man. He was, what do you have, 7 blocks? There was one stretch at the end where he blocked a corner 3, Chris Boucher style, closing out. And then on the other end, they threw him a reverse alley-oop and he threw it down with 2 hands. I was like, who is this? No way. So, I think the Knicks still win this in 6, but that just game 5 just felt a little fake.
Yes, I don't know, man. The Celtics team's not gonna go down without a fight, and man, shouts to Emma J. Brown, but OG's been up and down on offense as you expect. And
Has
even
OG
their
had
guys,
6 points in 3 straight games now?
man, and Bridges, Towns, there's a lot of guys that aren't really coming through consistently for them, and they've relied on Brunson in the clutch. I know they were winning that game even before Tatum tore his Achilles, but I don't know, man. I think this has a chance to go 7, man. I don't think Game 6 is
Wow.
going to be easy for the Knicks.
Your OG theory, because I think I was trying to give OG a lot of praise for what he did in the Pistons series. In this series, he had 29 in game 1, 5 in game 2. Does that say 2 points? Wow. Wait, 2 points. Wow, 2 points in game 3. Game 4. Wait, what? How do they? Yeah. Sorry, 2 points in game 3, 20 points in game 4, and then 6 last night. So I mean, it is. I mean, look, if OG plays well, they're probably going to win. So
Yeah, so we'll see about this one. But I think the bigger question too, like with the Tatum injury, and with the Cavs getting bounced, which we'll talk about. Like everybody's saying now that the East is wide open. How do you feel about the wide open East next season, especially for a team like the Raptors?
I want to see where Giannis ends up, because I truly think that like Giannis going to a lot of teams can make them contenders.
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn is not one of those teams.
Brooklyn.
No, but like Giannis going to like, even if Giannis somehow ended up on Atlanta as a supporting cast, I feel like even that team could be a contender.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Giannis will swing a team. Yeah.
Giannis, if he stays East, which I think hopefully for him he does, because I just think that like it's a lot harder to go out West and compete.
I love how he's like, I'm good in the East, man. There's
Yeah.
way too much competition in the West.
Be the new LeBron, just to have like the easy Eastern Conference runs every year.
I saw someone say Paolo Banchero is the best player in the East next season.
Goodness, man.
I follow too many Orlando Magic accounts.
That's.
I still remember in round 1 when they were like, "Yo, don't let us get one in Boston."
Don't let us get one, and it's the Orlando Magic. It's great. Yo, this joke just cost us 2% battery.
Yo, you looking up OG stats got me down to 52.
No.
All right, final thoughts on the Knicks Celtics? Yeah.
I think the Knicks take it in 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is gonna go 7, man.
Woo.
Yeah.
Man. This has been a good series, though. It's good for drama and everything like that. And I did think that the Celtics showed that, like, I hate saying this, but never underestimate the heart of a champion. Our classic 2020 Raptors. That's kind of how it felt last night. But maybe similar to how that 2020 season ended, they're probably losing. Maybe they'll lose in 7.
Yeah.
Heart can only get you so far.
Man, I don't know. If it goes
And I
to
ain't
7,
talking Josh.
if it goes to 7, I'm liking the C's, man.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right.
Christ.
So 2 teams have been bounced from the second round. Last night we saw the Warriors get bounced in Minnesota.
Are you reading off your phone because you're saving laptop battery?
I had to remind myself who got bounced. Yeah, man. Warriors are done, so we gotta bring out the blame pie, man. We gotta bring out the blame pie for the Warriors. I think once Steph went down, this was the expected result. I think they evaluated him before Game 5, and it was like, oh, he could come back for Game 6. And there was no Game 6. It was really tough watching this Warriors team the last 4 games. I was like, damn, man, Steph really propped up this roster.
Yeah, this reminded me of like I think there was like different points in civilization where like wars were fought between different nations with like totally different like technologies.
This is Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
No, you know what I mean? Like I think like when the British like when they first invaded China and stuff like that, they had like guns, and Chinese people were like coming back with like spears and swords. Like that's kind of how it felt.
We came back with opium.
We came back with our hands. We're like, yo, I'm a kung fu you. They're like, all right, I'll shoot you from 10 meters away. That's kind of how it felt like in this series, because the Warriors without Steph, it's like a miracle if they scored 100 points.
Yo, it was just disgusting basketball. Like
Nasty.
Even seeing like Jimmy Butler didn't have it anymore. Like I know he was dealing with an injury, but I think we can put an end to playoff Jimmy at this point. And Draymond was out here just bricking layups in ways I've never seen before. They dusted off Jonathan Kuminga, but he feels like an empty calories guy to me. So yeah, let's run this blame pie. Who you got on this?
Just a reminder that for our blame pies, we always start with who we think deserves the most blame, and then you can trickle down from there.
I mean, you got to put Steph's injury on here. Steph's hamstring.
Yeah, Steph's hamstring
Like,
has
that's
to be number 1.
Like, it's not even close.
I'm going to put my guy Bob Myers number 2.
Bob Myers. Okay.
Yep.
You know what? Actually, that's a good point, because he did draft a lot of the guys on this team. I'm going to put Draymond Green on here.
Yep.
actually upset of the century that Draymond didn't go out with a bang yesterday. Maybe hunting down like Gobert or somebody.
Legit, when the game was out of hand, that was the only reason why I was watching.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna pull out a steel chair.
I was waiting for a headlock or something. Yeah, but he was just
legit-
breathing really hard with his gray beard.
No, he actually played really hard. I salute to Draymond Green, man. We can't be
Yeah.
painting this man as a violent person.
Jonathan, I want to put Jonathan Kuminga on there.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Kuminga does.
Actually, Jimmy Butler first. Sorry.
Okay,
sorry.
sure.
Jimmy's a bigger name. Jimmy Butler first. Jonathan Kuminga. Actually, Steve Kerr.
What could Steve Kerr could possibly
Make sure
do in
you
this
look up
series, man?
Steve Kerr Yao Ming. Google Steve Kerr Yao Ming.
Wow,
Make sure you look up that story.
goodness. Not playoff Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga. Any other role players?
Pods. You could just put pods.
Oh yeah, pods.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is he, Ronaldo?
Pods.
That's crazy, man.
Wait, I
anyone
want to be
else?
clear. Pods as in podcast or Pajemski?
Oh, Pajemski. Yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
thank you.
We're talking Warriors, man. Come on.
I think that's it. Is that it?
I don't really think there's that much else
Okay.
that we're missing.
We gotta like Steph's hamstring. I feel like it's like 90%, to be honest.
Well, okay. Were they gonna win the series if Steph was healthy?
I think this would have been a series.
They did win game one.
I think this would have been a series. I think all credit to Minnesota for taking care of business, but like Minnesota was a team that would have lapses. Like even yesterday, like they had 20 plus turnovers in a game that they were running away with. Like Minnesota's a team that lets you stay in games, but like Warriors just didn't have it. So maybe 80 is high, but like it's got to be over like 60.
Okay, let's for the sake of the pie, let's give him 60 because
Okay.
it's too hard to give credit elsewhere if we just give him 80%.
Yeah, but you have to admit that's pretty much most of it.
That is most of it.
I do
agree.
feel like this would have been a series with
This
Steph.
would have been a great series, man.
Yeah.
Someone said add Andy.
No.
Actually, I didn't really see Andy Lou act up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Andy Lou didn't have that energy because Andy's
He's
a
a
dad now.
father, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
Andy's a father now. All he does is post baby showers on IG. It's different now.
Yeah.
It went from a Shohei Ohtani jersey with no shirt underneath at Coachella
Yeah.
with like K-pop shorts to baby showers now.
Yeah, that's what fatherhood does to you, man.
Yeah, and I think Andy knows too when Andy has such a good read on the Warriors. Like he knew right when Steph went down that this was done, so he wasn't gonna puff his chest out like Jim Park.
Right. Jim Park. I mean, don't even put that man on this list, please.
But shouts to JP.
I'm a little afraid of him.
Yeah, Bob Myers. I mean, they screwed up all their drafts when they had the high picks.
Right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see Bob Myers' draft record.
Yeah, I mean, you can do so many what ifs because like they could have had Şengün, they could have had Franz, LaMelo, like
Sure.
instead of getting James Wiseman. Kuminga hasn't worked out for them. He's most likely leaving. Moses Moody, I guess my dap up to him at the clutch party didn't really work. Like they just were not able to get a single young contributor to add to this core. And now they're stuck with a big three, which was really good down the stretch of the regular season, but Steph's 37, Draymond's 35, Jimmy's 35.
Yeah. No, I mean this roster just looks desperate. I there's no other real great way to describe it. By the way, I'm looking at his record. So like I'm not saying he wasn't a good executive because again, like he did like help build a huge part of the Warriors, but he did not draft Steph. He did not draft Clay. He did draft Draymond, 35th overall, 2012, along with Harrison Barnes, which, whatever. I think it still worked out for Harrison. They won one title with Harrison. And then they signed and traded him for KD, I think, as part of that trade. Maybe? Well, anyway.
No, was that D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah, okay, something like that. But I think they did it. Obviously, like the start of it was pretty well. Like, you got the Iguodala trade. You got obviously the hiring of Steve Kerr. These things were all like really strong. Obviously, they recruited Kevin Durant to join them. I like the role players that they had with like Leandro Barbosa, with like Sean Livingston. Drafting Kevon Looney. Like there's a couple of decent things. That were good here. But I think where it really tailed off exactly is that stretch where when they actually had the chance to manage and supplement. Like it's so rare to see these championship teams like be able to like reload. And basically they got that prime window where basically like what the Spurs, when they had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Bono Ginobili, when they were able to add a guy like Kawhi Leonard, and it really like, you know, reinvigorated and gave that run a second life, and that's how they got to the finals twice and won in 2014. They had that chance, and he took Jonathan Kuminga 7th, Moses Moody 14th. Then he took who else did he have here, man? James Wiseman.
Yeah, he was the second pick, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that the Nihao was that era was I think that's really where this whole thing caught up to them, because again, like I don't know, maybe people are tired of seeing the Warriors dominate regardless. For me, I do like the Warriors and the way they play, and I do genuinely root for Steph because I feel like he's one of the best superstars that we've had in this game. But yeah, I mean, when you go back on this and you look at the end of the game, you're like, okay, Moody like basically didn't play in this series because he couldn't really play, and then when he did play, you know, it didn't really look that great. Kuminga, like Steve Kerr, basically was just like, I'm not going to play this guy in desperation moments, playing games, last game of the season. He's not playing the first round against the Houston Rockets. He's basically not playing. They're playing him out of desperation, and then he actually looks good, which I think is actually kind of funny. And then, of course, James Wiseman is, I mean, he get well soon. I think he also tore his Achilles, so I hope he's okay. But yeah, I mean, Bob Myers had a real chance to keep this thing going, and he ultimately didn't, and now he's also on ESPN, and I don't really like his appearances. So let's give him a solid like 15.
I like that. All right, who's next?
Draymond, I think Draymond actually, for the most part, I mean, look, he didn't get himself suspended, which you would never say about anyone else except for Draymond, but that is a positive for him.
Because they were handing out flagrants and technicals like two different Halloween candies.
I mean, he was also like handing out like, you know, 2-piece like, you know, punches to the face. Like
this is such a low bar. Yeah, but I'm not putting too much blame on Draymond here.
No, Draymond.
Yeah. Draymond's an additive player to a really good team, and whenever Steph's not there, like you're not really getting much from Draymond.
Him fouling out. What was it? Was it Game 3 when like both Kuminga and Jimmy Butler were going off? And that game they needed more, and I think that Draymond just couldn't really give them that much else. You know what I mean? Like when Steph wasn't in the game, I just didn't. His defensive impact wasn't like that strong either. Like maybe if he shut down Randall, but like Randall kind of cooked all series, you know. So I think 5% is actually, I'm comfortable with him at the current position.
Okay, let's do 5.
Playoff Jimmy Butler. We got it for 1 game. Well, I guess we got it for 2 games. Game 1 he was also pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's just like injury and age has caught up to him. Like even during that run to the finals last time with Miami, like he had started to slow down. Like I know he was dealing with an injury at that time too.
But isn't he like, how old is Jimmy now? 36?
He's 35. Yeah, 35, and his last iconic moment was really taking out the Bucks in that first round. Like as they went on, and then he had that moment against Grant Williams too. Yeah, which was all time. But like, yeah, I think Jimmy's just at a different point in his career, and he was dealing with some injuries here. But like if there was any chance the Warriors were going to like make this a series without Steph, like you needed that version of playoff Jimmy, and it just wasn't there.
Yeah, I guess we expected more out of Jimmy, and there were certain games where you're just like, he's just not shooting the ball. I just can't tell if he's just not capable or if he's just injured. And I mean, to be fair, he did have like a very, very, like, I feel like that injury would have knocked him out a month if it was regular season.
Yeah,
you know, with Amon Thompson torpedoing him. So
yeah, so I wouldn't put huge blame on him, but he got to take a little bit of this.
Let's give him 10.
Okay,
let's give him 10. You deserve more than what you got, but I do still respect Jimmy Butler, of course. Jimmy Butler the third, Steve Kerr. what could Steve Kerr? What could he have done? Actually, that's my question.
You know, Steve Kerr shouldn't have listened to Draymond and challenge in the fourth quarter yesterday. When Draymond
changed nothing. They were down like 20.
When Draymond was so sure that Rudy elbowed him, and then they showed the replay, and Rudy didn't even touch him. He was like doing the elbow thing all the way to the bench to the video coordinators.
Yeah.
And Steve Kerr's like, you know what, man? Our season's over. We're down like 15 here. You can have your review, Draymond. I'm so sick of you.
Do you think Draymond was saying that Gobert elbowed him, or that he's gonna elbow the video assistant coach if he doesn't use the
I just want to know Steve Kerr's like truth serum inner thoughts on Draymond, man. Because like having to put up with Draymond and Steph, legit just like an angel and devil situation.
Well, I think Steve Kerr might be one of the few coaches that has the patience for this. I mean, he certainly is, because like this guy, we forget, but obviously has a playing career. He played with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. No, he's
and like look,
he's been
Dennis
through
Rodman's
this.
on a whole different level than Draymond. Like, let's be clear. Like Draymond is mostly just like you know what I mean. Like, I think Rodman is a total.
I don't
level.
know, man. I actually might
Come
put.
on.
I actually might
What?
put Draymond up there, man. Like,
Draymond's not like skipping the team activities to like go to Vegas.
yeah, but that's off court.
And then you need Michael Jordan to go pull him out of Vegas. Like,
Listen, it's hard to top Rodman like showing up on Monday Night Nitro during the finals,
right? Yeah.
On an off day. But like Draymond on the court is wilder than Rodman, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, because I can't. Aside from like,
Wow.
aside
Specifically for the Bulls. Like,
Yeah.
he has been obviously erratic for other teams, which is why it was even hard for the Bulls to decide to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was with the Bulls in particular, he had never really done anything. Bulls and Pistons, I would say. Like, I don't know that
Pistons, he
did
was
anything on
very
court.
well behaved. When he was
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Spurs, it wasn't that good. And Jerome would know because he's been rewatching The Last Dance, man.
Yeah, I just had it running all day on
Yeah.
Monday.
So
But yeah, no. I think Alex has a point. I think like overall, Rodman is definitely more volatile. But weirdly enough, Draymond has more on-court specific antics. Also, Rodman, I don't think. I mean, it was Jordan who punched out a teammate, which was Steve Kerr.
Right.
But yeah.
By the way, why is it Draymond and not Draymond?
yo, we don't got
Are you
it.
gonna switch it up?
Even if my laptop battery was at 100, I'm not doing that.
No, because if you took out the D, what's his name? Raymond.
Yo, what have we come to, man?
D. Raymond? Is that what you're really making a case for?
No, why is it Draymond?
Yo, what are we doing, man?
What's your battery count, just so I could check in on that front?
39. Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going, guys.
All right,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess
How
we could
much are
just-
we? How much
Also,
are we getting?
a lot of
Is it
people
is it Draymond
in
or
chat have been
Draymond?
a lot of people in the chat have been saying, why no Mike Dunleavy Jr. in this blame pie?
I mean, he got them Jimmy Butler. Like, what else?
Yeah,
you
he
really-
swung. He swung
Okay,
a nice
fair
Jimmy
enough.
trade.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, no blame there.
Yeah.
The issue is like the draft is like you're getting dealt cards, right? After that point, it's just what decisions are you going to really make with them? Like when you're dealing cards and it's like James Wiseman with a number 2 pick, like you're just screwing yourself in perpetuity, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Steve Kerr. Back to.
Steve Kerr, I don't know.
Also, I've
man.
been searching Steve Kerr, Yao Ming. I feel like it's scrubbed from the internet. I can't find
Wow.
footage. Yeah.
Wow, and they say
I've
China,
seen
and they say
articles-
China, and they say China's the Great Firewall. Okay.
I've seen articles about it.
My brother,
you
I've
could
been
definitely
waiting
find out
for
what he
you on
said.
this side, baby.
Okay.
We the Bay.
Okay, go look it up on DeepSeek, man.
Oh my goodness! All right, Steve Kerr.
Oh, you know what? Steve Kerr, I think the only thing I would say is he didn't really do a better job of maybe integrating like Kuminga
Sure.
and the young guys. Like, it just felt like he was constantly searching all year.
Yeah.
And then even into the playoffs, like in the Rocket series, he was searching. In this series, he was searching. Like, I'm just like, I've never seen a guy just, and I know like Steph getting injured is like a huge disruption. There's no doubt. But like, like the guy was searching until the very end and he just couldn't find the right thing. So maybe I'll give him a little bit more. Maybe I'll give him like 5.
Yeah, let's give him 5.
Yeah.
Who's next on this?
Jonathan Kuminga, I feel like he saved himself because he entered the series as not in the rotation, and then he actually ended up getting a lot of buckets. I mean, that's in the name, right?
How much money are you giving Kuminga as a restricted free agent if you're a GM?
The Warriors are definitely signing trading Kuminga. I feel like I don't feel like they're gonna actually bring him back.
Brooklyn.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Like,
you know
it's-
what? Brooklyn would be a team that he should go to. Actually,
He's definitely gonna land in Brooklyn or Chicago, man.
it's like a Kuminga for like Cam Johnson type of trade.
Do you think like is Kuminga a 20+ million player to you?
Would you rather have Kuminga or RJ Barrett?
RJ?
Okay,
Without
so
a doubt.
RJ making like 28.
RJ's like a proven starter in this league. I still don't trust Kuminga.
Yeah, but there are some flashes though. I totally get the fascination because like when you see him like blast through defenses or
Sure.
I mean mostly blast.
He
through
feels like the guy that
feels-
just needs the ball a lot. He needs to play a lot of minutes.
Yeah,
Like, and that's the perfect recipe for a guy to just land on a bad team.
yeah. He should be like on the Atlanta Hawks or something.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
give Kuminga maybe like 5%. I mean, they weren't gonna win or lose the series based on him.
All right.
Yeah.
We're saving 0 for Pods. Yeah, Pods was. I mean, Pods. I don't expect much from Pods. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
yeah, Pods got yelled at by Steve Kerr like every game. He was just very up and down every game.
No, seriously.
Like at any time if you tuned in, if any time if you tune into any game in this series, Pods could be like going off.
Yeah.
Or he could be the worst player on the court, and the variance was just too high. So
yeah, I will have to say with Kuminga too is like he feels like the same player he was as a rookie. Like this is the exact same.
You haven't seen him like change, yeah.
No,
I just don't feel like he's like an additive player, man. I don't know.
Yeah, he'd be a great 6-man. Well, maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but then when he sits, he complains.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there's articles out there that the Warriors were really upset at him because he was like looking off Steph, like during games and stuff in the regular season. Apparently, Joe Lacob loves him and Steve Kerr hates him. That is like the divide. Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, I feel like Steve Kerr is like out the door immediately when Steph Curry retires.
Steve Kerr, Mike Dunleavy, double firing coming. By the way, if the Nuggets win this series, like, do you think more teams will look into firing their coach and GM a week before the playoffs?
That is
like,
a new move. Yeah.
Like, I feel like nobody is safe if the Nuggets make a run here. Like, I feel like every owner is gonna be like, "Yo, I gotta do what the Nuggets did."
Oh man,
and just clean house.
You think Edward Rogers is looking at Masai and Darko like, man, I'm not trying to hear this no more. See ya.
That will require them to be in the playoff race. So let's get there
enough.
first.
Yeah.
All right. So Pods gets nothing.
I mean, I just don't expect much from Pods.
Pod did not save America in this series, man.
Oh, your favorite joke.
Yeah. Womp womp.
30% left on the battery.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah. All right. So that's our blame pie.
To summarize, we got Steph Curry's hamstring getting 60% of the blame. Bob Myers getting 15 for poor draft stretch between 2020 and 2022. Draymond Green, 5%. Playoff Jimmy Butler, the third, 10%. Steve Kerr, 5%. Jonathan Kuminga, 5%. And then Pods was 0 because no one cares that much about Pods.
Getting a 0 is almost worse than getting minus 16, man.
Minus 16, at least you were in the pie, just in the wrong way.
Yeah, I will say
not in the pie here.
What? I will say it is the Warriors are so lucky they got like the best 6 weeks of Andrew Wiggins in like 2022 and got that championship.
Oh my god. Yo, the funniest thing was Otto Porter Jr., man. Otto Porter Jr. been healthy one time in the last decade.
He gave it his all and then just came here and stole money from the Raptors.
Yo, he was straight scamming the Raps, man.
I saw that guy more at Pearson Airport than I did at Scotiabank Arena. Man.
No, man, Otto, I know the injuries, like, you know, he had to play through and everything, but damn, man. Raptors got scammed.
Because then they sent him to Utah or something in a trade, right? And he got like bought out or something.
And he's like, I'm good. Like,
and then the week after, I'm at Pearson picking up my mom. I'm like, yo, I know that ain't who I think it is. And he's just chilling. Just got off a flight to come to Toronto.
You know what? Actually, the ultimate blame pie we could have done would have been for the 2022-2023 Raptors.
Oh my god!
And Otto Porter would have gotten a slice. I'm telling you that much, man. Otto Porter, Thad Young, you guys are getting slices in that 2023 blame.
That's
pie.
a really toxic pie, man.
He was scamming, man. Good for Otto, man.
But like that's why like credit to Steph for getting that 2022 title because since then they've been knocked out in the play-in and they've only been able to win first-round series against Sacramento and Houston, which shows that like they can still out-experience and like beat these younger teams. But once you get to this next level in the second round, like they just don't have it. Yeah, I mean, this series, whatever you can say it's the injuries and stuff, but going into next year, your core guys are all 35 plus. Like man. That's a play-in team to me next year at best.
Yo, you know the kids have a name for this, man. Warriors are fake demons.
Oh, is this a new thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drop aura farming, I guess.
No, it's fine. It's fine, man. Look at you aura farming with an ice cap, man. God.
Yo, I was almost gonna try the Ryan Reynolds scrambled eggs breakfast today.
Goodness, man, how much Sportsnet have you been watching recently? They've been playing that ad like crazy.
A lot, man. Shouts to JD Bunkus' post-game league show.
Bunkus, man. Only want to tell the truth on air.
Shouts to JR Manitet. How are you in the chat every day, man? Don't you have work? Anyways,
man. You're opening a can of worms.
Anyways, Cavs were also eliminated by the Sirs. So the Sirs are in the conference finals.
Yes, Sirs.
Yeah, Cavs went out bad, man. So let's pull up this blame pie for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay, number one item, Ty Jerome.
Oh yeah. Yep. Ty Jerome. Yo, Ty Jerome. I know Ty Jerome's agent is fucking pissed right now.
Yeah, who is that? Let's look up Ty Jerome's agent, man.
I want to say Excel Sports.
Oh man, well that's what we're doing right now. This is the real Excel Sports.
This is the only meeting Ty's getting with Excel this summer.
Darius Garland, man.
Yeah, Darius Garland.
Yep.
Max Strus.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
Max Strutherland.
Do you want to put your boy Evan Mobley on here or no?
Oh, let's put Jared Allen on here before Evan Mobley. Actually.
Okay, Jared Allen.
Yeah.
Lights too bright.
Oh, we don't even give him JRERETT. We're just giving Jared Allen. Yo, we made him white.
I'm still not over. Have we mispronounced Draymond all these years?
Yo, it's Draymond. I'm telling you.
That's hotter than any Bill take.
Yo,
I've heard.
if you take the D out of his name is Raymond.
Dog,
Everyone
man.
loves Raymond.
This is worse than Tobias Harris or Chris Paul.
His name is Draymond.
Yo, this is conspiracy will, man.
It's Draymond Green.
Yo, have we been pronouncing Draymond's name wrong? Oh, the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis.
You know what I realized this was there's this infamous basically like an interview fail, like a post-game interview fail where a Chinese reporter like clearly from China, English was second language, and he was asking Draymond this question about floods in Houston, and he I think he was trying to tie it to this like the Splash Brothers like knocking a bunch of threes.
Oh,
and
I
then
remember
Draymond
this
was
clip,
like, "Yo,
actually, yeah.
like stop talking about this. Like people lost their homes." It was a really insensitive question. There's no doubt. But
Yeah.
I've heard that clip many times, and the Chinese reporter who looked at the name and was like, his name is Draymond. He calls him Draymond because, like, again, like if you're learning English as a second language, you're like, oh, okay, Raymond. Raymond is a name, got you. And then
Sure.
you add a D, it's Draymond, right? So
Yeah. Anyways, this is insane. Jerome, make that a clip, man.
Evan Mobley, please put him on.
Yeah,
here.
Evan Mobley. The diff.
Oh man,
Just the diff as a concept.
nice.
Are
Who
we
else
putting
put on this
Are we
list?
putting Kenny Atkinson on here for anything?
I mean, I don't even know, man. I don't even understand what happened to the Cavs. They just completely like self-immolated in the last week.
Honestly, so much of it is just the Pacers are really good, man.
I feel like DeAndre Hunter didn't do anything, and he was like hyped up as like, oh, this is the final piece for the Cavs.
Yeah. Okay, let's put
Yeah.
DeAndre Hunter as the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, Ty Jerome. Cost
Can I-
himself a lot of money. Yeah.
Let me look up Ty Jerome's game logs real quick.
Yeah, please look up Ty Jerome's game log. I mean, this man was a Six-Man of the Year candidate
Yeah.
and was amazing for them during the regular season.
Right.
And if you want to talk about playoff risers, playoff droppers, like this was the all-time playoff dropper. Like especially in a series
So
where
Ty
they
Jerome-
stay there. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, in game one, he goes for 21 points. All right, they lose game one against Indiana. No one watched that game because it was still round one. Somehow round two had started for just these two teams.
Yeah.
But he had 21 points. He was fine. Like 8 of 20 is not great. Defensively, whatever. But like this is still like a pretty decent game. I don't think they had Garland in this game, so they needed more from him. And again, like I can't argue with 21 and 8 from your backup point guard. Afterwards, 2 points on 1 of 14 shooting. 2 points on 1 of 8 shooting. At least they won that game. 7 points on 2 of 3 shooting in 18 minutes, but basically he was just benched. And then last game, 8 points in 11 minutes. I mean, I think it's the minutes more than anything else, man. Like he went from like this is like the X factor. Like in the Heat series, he was amazing. Like he was cooking. Game one he had 28 points. Like I think as a Raptor fan, he also just destroyed the Raptors in one of these games. Not that that really matters, but. Yeah, Ty Jerome going from like a bona fide hero, a bona fide Six-Man of the Year candidate to like just being like outright benched was just like, oh man. Like the last time I seen it fall off this bad was like Lou Williams for the Wizards, when the Wizards swept the Raptors. Like I think that series he was like maybe averaging like 5 points a game or something. So
Yeah, and then I mean, like you mentioned the minutes, like he was getting played off the floor, and yeah, they especially needed him when Garland was out. So I feel like we gotta go pretty high on Ty Jerome here,
okay.
which is pretty funny.
Yeah, let's give him 33%. That's all I can really give him, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blame to go around here.
Yeah, 33. So next up we have Darius Garland. Are those Chinese characters that I see?
Yeah. Hua Huan. Wow.
Oh my god.
Like,
That's what he-
Garland. Oh yeah, like a ring of flowers. Yeah,
like
that's
he's a
that's
flower.
That's very clever. No,
Oh
because
my
a garland is like a ring of flowers or whatever. So you know, again, I learned ESL and I learned English through ESL, so it's Draymond. But yeah, Darius Juan. Goodness, man.
Yo,
Okay,
honestly, we have completely botched Asian Heritage Month.
yeah, you know what? Actually, we might need.
We're gonna rebound. We're gonna rebound.
We're gonna rebound. It's gonna be really
We're gonna
strong.
rebound by getting Serge Ibaka. Yeah.
Oh man, where's that? Yo, man, listen.
We're gonna make Serge speak Mandarin on the show.
Oh, you know what? Actually, he probably would.
Yeah.
Teach him an 8th language. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, he just wasn't good in this series.
So we have some stats here. Like in the series when he did play and he was on the court,
Okay.
the Cavs had a minus 16.5 net rating.
Yo,
And
wow.
they were actually plus 2.3 when he sat. I mean, a lot of this, like he was trying to come back from his turf
injured,
toe.
man. Yeah.
He was injured, so I almost feel like we don't talk about that enough. Like I don't think it's the same impact as like Steph's hamstring because Steph, is that whole team. But this
No,
was
but Garland's
a huge
very
factor.
important for them.
Yeah,
he's
this was a
very
huge
important.
factor to them. But when I look back on this series, I'm just like, you guys blew game 2. You guys blew game 2 down the stretch.
Right.
And nothing was the same after Aaron Neesmith had the most violent dunk in NBA.
Yo, honestly, Aaron Neesmith killing Donovan Mitchell on live television might have been the number one thing to blame
Yeah,
here.
so I'm willing to give a little bit to Garland. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean that thing. I just took that in and that's at 31% true shooting for the series with a 19% turnover rate. Yeah, let's give him. I mean, it's between his actual performance and his toe. I think a solid 20% is fair here.
Okay, solid 20%. Next up, Max Strus. So unfortunately, it was reported before Game 5 that Max Strus had a message for the guys in the group chat. I think we have a video here that we can play.
Okay, let's.
Every single Cavalier player from Max Strus. Strus said simply, "If you don't believe, then don't show up for work." Strus said this morning that he doesn't think this group is done.
He told them to show up, and then he went 0 for 9 in Game 5.
Goodness, man.
So,
why did Jared Greenberg look AI in that video? I don't know. He just doesn't look real. Jerome, if you can play it again, he just doesn't look real in this video.
Group text message was sent out to every single Cavalier player from Max Strus. Strus said simply, "If you don't believe, then don't show up for work." Strus said this morning that he doesn't think this group is done.
This is like, I mean, yeah, go ahead, Jerome.
I think what's going on here is, I don't know. Okay, one, he's really sharp up front, and everything
Yeah.
behind him is like
It's very smoky.
very blurry. But also, yeah, it's very smoky. I think that is in play. Also, just for some reason, it almost looks like he's green screened himself and is not on the court because of
Right,
that.
yeah.
And I think because of that, it just altogether looks fake.
Got you. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, because he's like 1080p in the front, but it's like
Right,
480
right.
in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also just like in how he's speaking and just like he's very upright. It seems,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
a
shouts to
little
Jared
like
Greenberg,
rigid.
though, man.
But shouts to Jared Greenberg.
Yeah. Ultra rare these days to see male sideline reporters.
Oh my God! Shouts to someone in the chat
It's
says
just true.
Someone in the chat says Shrew should have just called in sick. It's so funny getting like a motivational thing from like a role player.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
like you think Donovan Mitchell's looking at that and is like, yo, what the fuck, bro?
He's like,
this
man.
This is like when there was a report when Spencer Dinwiddie was in Washington. He
Yeah.
apparently tried to speak up and hold a players only meeting after a game. And apparently all the players just told him to shut up. They're like, we're not listening to you, Crypto King. No, like if you're a role player, you can't be the guy sending that thing in the group chat. Like I know you've made the finals and all that, but come on, man.
No. Max Strus, this is heat culture. This is what happens when you got raised in heat culture.
Yeah. This is a very heat culture move. So
Yeah.
how
I'll give
much
you, like,
blame?
a solid, what do you go
Yeah.
0 for 9? Let's give him 9%.
Okay, let's give him 9%.
Yeah.
Next up, lights too bright, Jared Allen. Jared Allen, what'd you make of Jared Allen? in this
Allen,
series?
man. Let me look up his game logs too, because I think what do you have, like 6 total rebounds?
Oh my God.
Down the stretch there. So 4 rebounds in game 5 where they lost, obviously. And then 2 rebounds in in game in game 2. Or sorry, in game 4. So in that stretch, he also had 11. So his total stat line was 11.6 rebounds in 2 games in 50 minutes, man. No, I think what's crazy about this is like I thought that if Cleveland was going to win this series, and they had a chance, obviously, if they were fully healthy, but if they were going to win the series, they needed to dominate the paint, because I thought the Pacers would be able to space, would be able to play from the 3-point line, would be able to just stretch guys out, whatever. But they needed to dominate inside, and I just never really felt that feeling from Jared Allen and Evan Mobley outside of like one game. So I think both of these guys deserve a share of blame here. Again, like it's not. I mean, Indiana's interior defense is not that good. And I know a lot of these guys are dependent on other guys. Like they need Darius to get going. They need Donovan Mitchell to deliver the ball to them. And there was a lot of ISO from guys like Darius and Donovan in the way that I felt like it kind of took away from the team structure. But ultimately, Jared Allen was like a complete non-factor. And,
I think Allen and Mobley together, like this is not the first time that they've come up underwhelming in the playoffs. Like there's a history of this now.
By the way, in the future, can we just hold off on giving, like, if let's say Wemby's injured, like, can we just not hand out Defensive Player of the Year for that year? Because like what Defensive Player of the Year needs to be hidden in the zone?
Ooh.
Now, like watching Evan Mobley in this series, like who was he stopping? Was he stopping Halliburton? Was he stopping Pascal? Was he even stopping Aaron Nesmith? You know what I mean? Like can we just like not put the cart before the horse on all these players? You know what I mean? Like, actually, nobody would have stopped Aaron Nesmith as Venom, but. No, but seriously, like what's Evan Mobley's like supposed to do here? Offensively, was he dominating the matchup? Like all this discussion of he's going to be an All-NBA player. He probably will be an All-NBA player. All this discussion about like from a rookie year, it was like he's going to be Tim Duncan. He's going to be Kevin Garnett. When is that going to happen? And honestly, can we just wait? Can we just wait and hold on? Because like it almost sets guys up. I don't even want to go in on Evan Mobley every time. But every time I watch him, I'm like, you can't just be this, man. Because if people are calling you like Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett, that's supposed to mean something, man. Like you can't be out here playing like Ed Davis.
Yeah, no, they're not the Twin Towers, man. They're the Twin Cowards. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's make sure they're not rep by Clutch. So yeah, we should give equal percentage. Should we get equal percentage to Allen and Mobley?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Let's give them both 15% each.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
No, Evan Mobley's a nice player, guys. Evan Mobley's a nice player. I'd be more than happy to have him on the Raptors. It's just like I just don't like how he's been hyped up from like the beginning to the end, man. And it's always like they're always like, yo, he only gets 12 shots a game. Like, yo, how about you demand more shots, man? I'm tired of this.
Someone said this series was Will's 12-25, which is a nice way to say Christmas.
I guess. Yo, who says 12-25? I'm like, whose shooting percentage was that?
This was Will's 12-25. Yo, that's amazing, man.
Loki, by the way, yeah, this is a good point. Cleveland is a great team that should trade for Giannis. Unfortunately, I don't think Giannis wants to go here.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Just updating you guys. Evan Mobley represented by Wasserman and Jared Allen represented by Elite. You are safe from Clutch.
Oh, man, I've worked with Wasserman. Shouts to Wasserman.
Let's actually adjust Darius Garland down to 2%, actually. We're good.
Yeah, shouts to Jared Allen. I take that all back. Next up, the diff shirts. So we know that Cleveland's been using the diff all season on their broadcasts to explain basic math to people. And they took it a step further and handed out the diff shirts. And I think just from whatever you want to call it, like a karmic standpoint, like you're running up against one of the best playoff tees we've seen in Yes Sirs, and your response is the diff. I think that got them on the off to a bad start. So I think the diff here for me is gonna get they're gonna get 3%. Because the diff in this series was 4-1, so it was 3. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then we have DeAndre Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, he just didn't play well. I don't know why. I guess Donovan Mitchell just escaped this altogether.
Well, I know D. Mitch missed those 3 free throws at the end of Game 5, but like he's a
Did Donovan Mitchell really escape this at all? Let's not forget.
Yo, haven't seen Spider-Man this down bad since Uncle Ben died, man. Holy.
Oh, no.
Spoilers. But But yeah, I don't think D Mitch should be on here because he put up some great
hooping.
games.
No.
Yeah.
I think I'm just being kind of facetious, really, because he is the number one player on the team, and it's
Yeah.
usually the number one guy would get more of a share of the blame.
Yeah.
But he had 33 in game 1, 48 in game 2. Although unfortunately, all everyone remembers is the way he got dunked on.
Yo, it really sucks. He could have dropped 71 in that game, and he would be remembered for getting dunked on.
He got dunked on like Nate. 43
goodness.
in game 3, obviously to lead them to the win. 35. It was 8 of 25 from the field. Shot to 825, not bad, 12-25 better. But he got to the free throw line 21 times. You know what I mean? So it's weird because he is their best player and he is the guy who should be like responsible for the team. But I really felt like he could have played as well as he could, and it didn't really affect the actual outcome of the team. The one thing I will say is he did play a lot of ISO, and I don't know. They just fell apart. You know what I mean? Like this reminded me of like when the Raptors would like lose in LeBronto era, or even like the Hawks when they would lose to LeBron. It was like these like truly great regular season teams, but then when they got to the playoffs and things got hard, they just lost themselves. Like they had no identity towards the end. Like I think Indiana was just playing a normal game in Game 5, and they just beat them.
Yeah, no.
They didn't do anything special.
Every time the Cavs ran up against adversity, they just folded. Like every single time in the
Yo,
series.
lights are too bright, man. Damn.
No, but the
They
thing
keep telling us.
it's funny because like I think Mitchell has never made the conference finals, just like Embiid, right? Because like even in Utah, they never got past the second round.
Sure.
But I think you just don't see the same. I think, like you say, you don't see the same slander towards Donovan Mitchell because like his playoff resume is pretty solid for a guy who's never made it out of the second round.
Yeah.
Like it's you never look at it like even when DeMar was here in Toronto, I think you always looked at that, right? Of like, oh, he didn't step up in the playoffs. You really can't say that about D Mitch.
I feel like he is a great individual player, but I don't know how good of a team player he is. But I mean,
think
that's
that's
not that's whatever. Like he played well. He played well I can't even lie, man. He was the only guy who came out of this like I still respect him. The other guys like Evan Mobley, I think honestly I haven't looked at the numbers with Evan. They were fine. Like he just didn't shoot the ball much, but ultimately I don't know. Like I just didn't see the defensive impact that again, like this guy's gonna get an All NBA selection. He's gonna get a Defensive Player of the Year. He's an All-Star now. People say he should have won the Rookie of the Year, which obviously was a pretty close race anyway. And I'm just like, okay, after all this adulation, like what is the end product? Like, you know what I mean? Like one Evan Mobley playoff moment.
You with Evan Mobley is legit Bill with Jason Tatum.
No,
I'd be talking about Donovan Mitchell and somehow it's about Mobley.
I'm using the last 5 percentage points of your battery
You're like, do you think Mobley's a bottom 7 center?
to spin the block, man.
That's crazy. Yo, the hate is actually insane.
No, I honestly I don't like we're talking overrated with Tyrese Halliburton in this series. Most of the most overrated player in the series.
Woo! Damn, man. Yeah, no, it's true though, man. All right, so DeAndre Hunter.
I don't even care, man. You can get that
All right,
5.
DeAndre Hunter could just eat that 5. All right, so this is our pie.
I'm happy with this. Yeah.
Yeah, would you like to summarize it?
Yes, Jerome, Ty Jerome, not Jerome Chang, gets 33% of this pie. What's just the most a role player's ever gotten for a play?
No, that's how you know you were bad, though.
Yeah, honestly, he was pretty tough. 33% for him. Darius Huahuan, he gets 20% here. Max Strus, 9% for going 0 for 9 after saying, if you don't believe. Actually, texting the whole team is
Someone said in the chat, I wonder if he unsent that message after the game.
Oh, man. Someone should I want like Isaac Okoro to like respond with like react with like a crying emoji or something.
Do you think Asian Jalen Williams uses the Asian Jalen Williams meme in the group chat? I feel like this is something he would do.
He has to.
Yeah.
Jared Allen and Evan Mobley both getting 15%. The diff getting 3 because the diff in the series was 3. And DeAndre Hunter getting 5 because we got lazy.
Just take DeAndre Hunter off.
No. He's getting 5, man. He's holding 5.
He's just so randomly there.
No, but like, so seriously, like again, it was like discussed. Like, okay, he's gonna be the finishing piece for this team, and he didn't finish nothing, man. He was just all right. Like, again, like, can you outplay even your counterpart? Like, can you even outplay like Neesmith in this series? The answer is no.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. That's the playoff portion of the chat. And I guess we have to talk about Masai. to Atlanta rumors. So Mark Stein, subscribe to his newsletter, The Stein Line, reported that the Hawks, who are looking for a new president of basketball operations, have interest in trying to hire Masai, but it's not clear, according to league sources, whether they have a shot at prying Masai away from Toronto. And it was also reported that they had pursued Bob Myers without success already.
Bob Myers of the blame pod.
And they've already approached various top agents to gauge their interest in the job, including Giannis's agent. So yeah, thoughts on this Masai to Atlanta rumor report that is out there?
Well, okay, I think a couple things. I think from Atlanta's perspective, if you're going to canvass the league and look at who are the top executives who aren't necessarily locked down long term, Masai's got to come up at the top of your list, right? Masai's contract's over in 2026. There has not been at least public news reporting or anything like that, speculation on him getting an extension. I think we're just kind of hoping that he does, and then we're just going to accept it as fate that something will be worked out this summer. But the contract is what it is, right? He re-signed in 2021. That was already a pretty not contentious necessarily, but let's say it was like a widely reported debate. It wasn't just like done like behind closed doors and everything was all smooth and it's an easy handshake and you just get the deal done, right? Like it did play off a little bit publicly. Obviously, there was that big story from Doug Smith in the Toronto Star where they detailed some of the sort of disagreements that Ed Rogers had with Masai. Obviously, the Rogers is going to be taking over the majority of MLSC. Soon, I think starting next season. So, like, you can potentially point some of the pieces together. And I think if you're Atlanta, again, you would look at it as like, well, he's not locked up. So why don't I make a call? Why don't I, do something? So I think that's totally fair from Atlanta's perspective. I think from Toronto's perspective, which is what we all really care about, I think I think what I'm hoping for, and I don't have inside knowledge on this, but what I'm hoping for is that this is one of the things that maybe helps Masai get a little leverage in terms of those contract extensions. I feel like Masai settled here. I think that he's talked so much about how much he wants to win another championship. He wants to bring it here in Toronto. He talked about how he didn't fully, because of the circumstances with Kawhi's free agency and also with him getting racially profiled as the Raptors won Game 6 in 2019, that like people. That he didn't fully enjoy it, and I really want him to be able to, and I really believe him, I guess, when he says that that's his burning desire to bring it back here in Toronto. I think in the last year or so, he actually has done a pretty good job of managing the team. Maybe in the last couple years, again, you can really debate what really went wrong. But I thought in the last year, between the draft with getting 4, pretty good players in that rookie class, maybe 5 with Ulrich if he turns out well. I thought the Brandon Ingram trade was good. I think he extended and locked up players on this team that are young and have a positive value in this league. Like those decisions were good. And yes, he tried to tank. The Raptors didn't get lucky in the lottery and they ended up 9th. But like I still don't think necessarily that they could have done more, considering the fact that. The team that ultimately won it was the Dallas Mavericks with 1.8%. So you can't even say he couldn't have tanked harder because tanking harder would have just done nothing really.
That's
for the
my
team.
Laptop battery right now.
So
Just kidding,
I think in Masai's case, like I'm hoping that something like this coming out through a trusted reporter in Mark Stein helps his case in renegotiation talks, because as much as we would like to think that it will just be as simple as he goes and says, hey, this is my plan. Do you agree with it? This is what I want money-wise. Do you agree with it? And it's a handshake deal done before, behind closed doors, and it's easy and smooth. I think that Masai, as any good negotiator, realizes that the more leverage you have, hopefully that means the more position you're able to sort of take away from the person you're negotiating against. So I'm hoping that this is more just a leverage play rather than like a genuine situation where he actually is uncertain and he is looking to be poached potentially by Atlanta. I think Atlanta, honestly, if Masai left, Atlanta is not a better situation than Toronto, with all due respect. I think Toronto has certainly, not just assisted, but I think like openly supported his charitable causes, which we know are really, really important to Masai himself. And it's a mission beyond just the actual management of the NBA team here in Toronto. And I think that they've always backed him on that, which I think is a good thing. They've given him the time off in the off seasons to sort of devote his energy there as well. And I think the most important thing is just like Masai also did say kind of really slyly in the end of season press conference. If you go back and listen to it, there was one stretch where he was asked, I think by Doug Smith, are you going to be looking to extend your staff? And he said he's going to look to extend everybody, Bobby, Dan Tolzman, his whole staff. So assuming that's already been done, and if that was successful and the Raptors were able to, lock up his assistants, then at that point, why would he leave? Because he would be leaving to start over. I don't think when you're in what Masai's position, you're looking to go to, all due respect, but a weaker franchise in Atlanta without your main guys who you've now re-signed here in Toronto. And it's not like it's a promotion for him either, right? So, yeah,
and
that's what I'm hoping for.
And I think, like you said, too, I don't think Masai's given any indication in the way that he's talked that he's looking to leave, right? Like, I think all indications are that he wants to see this part of the rebuilding process and getting back to being a contender through. It is interesting, too, like you mentioned, like, I don't think, he's not going to go anywhere where he's going to have the same kind of stature and the ability to do the things that he wants to do in Toronto. Now, that might change with the ownership changes, and that might be the one thing that might push him to look elsewhere. But I'm kind of with you. I think Masai wants to stay, and if he were to leave, it would just be because of some kind of falling out or change in the structure of the ownership that kind of forces him to look at things differently. Because like he's not going to find a better situation than this, like for himself, the way that he has it right now here.
Well, that's the thing is like I think when the last time he was negotiating a contract, like he had just gotten the Raptors a championship. What more leverage can you possibly have? His profile was at an all-time high. He made an all-time trade. And his franchise, I mean, everybody, that was been a riot there would have been a protest outside of like, where's MLSE offices, like 50 Bay. Yeah, people would have been, there would have been like, we would have to push all the scalpers aside and be like, we're protesting out here. I don't think that same energy exists right now. But at the same time, I think that like what he's actually done, at least with the team in the last year or so when they've really committed to the rebuild, I think those moves have been good. And I think from, I guess the other Toronto perspective is, can the Raptors do better than somebody other than Masai's current team in place management-wise?
Yeah, no,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, I think this is just part leverage, and again, the key part.
I'm hoping, by the way, that's not reporting. I just really hope. Yeah.
And the key part of the reporting from Stein too is that there's no indication that there's interest from Masai's side, or how much they believe they're able to pry him away. We've seen this before, like interest from other teams, right? I know the Wizards was reported as the confetti. I guess there was no confetti falling, but like 5 minutes after the Raptors won the title, it was reported that the Wizards were going to go after Masai. Who else? I can't think of another team. Has other teams been linked to him like that directly?
I think Masai talked about it before, but he said an English Premier League team. I never gotten the answer of which team it was, but apparently like a Premier League team was maybe trying to like get Masai. I was like, yo, that'd been crazy. Like that's like a real flex, man.
And I think a lot of people always echo this too. Is like if Masai were to leave for her next job, it probably won't be a move to just be the president of basketball operations on another team.
And of the Hawks, like I would understand maybe you're going to like go to the Spurs because you get to manage like Wemby and maybe you get Giannis falling into your lap, after the draft goes in your favor every year. But like, I don't feel like the Hawks is that like appealing of a situation. Like it's not like ownership has been that stable. Well, it's not stable, but like they've changed management there a couple of times. You know what I mean? It's not like a slam dunk situation. It's not like a huge premier market. I'm not even trying to slander Atlanta. Like but I just feel like for me it doesn't seem like a step up. And who knows, man? I actually would. I think more than anything else too. Like I have to admit my bias here in the sense that like. I have grown really partial to Masai because I respect him tremendously as a person. I think there's very few people in sports where you actually just respect their like what they represent. And for me, that I think we've been blessed here in Toronto. I think I respected that out of DeMar. I respected that out of Kyle. I respected that out of Fred. I respected that out of Pascal. And I think Masai for me is like one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like more than anything else, the way he's spoken about it. I think I've seen. I follow a lot of the work that Giants of Africa has done. I don't think you do those things if you're not a quality person. And I think you can quibble with the moves. I think you even quibble with the management, which is totally fair. This is his job. We need to quibble with his management. That's his job. But like, yeah, I think that like maybe he could have gotten more out of the OG situation. Maybe he could have gotten more out of the Pascal situation. Maybe you could have there's all these what ifs. I'm not saying the Raptors have been like expertly managed in the last 5 years, but ultimately I still trust Masai. And I think for me that's where, as a Raptor fan, I would just want him to keep going. Hopefully this is just leverage,
No, when the Raptors are good, we praise Masai, and when they're bad, we blame Bobby, man. That's how we roll.
Yeah. That's not how it goes, man. That's not
Asian
how it goes.
Heritage Month is in the mud.
Nah, man.
Can we say one nice thing about Asians? We've been down bad this month, man. Yo, shout out a random Asian right now.
Drum.
Oh my god!
Whoa, he appeared.
By the way, I figured out how to
Say
charge
my name and I
laptop,
appear.
So let's talk for another.
Oh, we're
minute.
live.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Shout out Johnson. Shout out boy Johnson over at ARC. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Johnson.
Oh, you know who's an Asian?
Oh, someone said Jackie Chan.
Yo, can we
No.
not just go? Can we not just go
Not
to Jackie
Yaki.
Chan right away?
Yo, tell
You
us
know
your
who we
favorite
should
Asians
shout
in the
out?
chat, man.
We should shout out Shireen Ahmed.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Award
Wonderful.
winning, man.
Award-winning.
Yes, absolutely.
Shireen Ahmed. We just had dinner with her last week, which I don't fully remember because we had at least 15 shots of Baijiu afterwards. Not with her, halal gang and everything like that, but like, love Shireen.
She received
is...
an award in Morocco from the AIPS Sports Media Awards for her article. I believe it was about France's ban on women wearing hijabs in sports. Which is a really good article. You should, everyone should get a chance, if they get a chance, to definitely go read that. But Shireen, right after our dinner last week, headed out to Morocco to accept the award. So if we're gonna shout out any Asian, we're definitely shouting out Shireen.
Damn, man. She was rolling to Morocco after. I was in bed for 20 hours after that. Shouts to Shireen. I think the mark of a good journalist isn't that you are friends with everybody, but that you're always uncompromising in how you're going to report the truth. And
Absolutely.
I think Shireen has done that in an exemplary way that I haven't seen out of anybody else in the Toronto sporting media scene.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
Shireen does very important work, man.
And she also reported, she broke the news that Toronto Temple coming to Toronto.
That's right.
Yeah. No, Shireen.
That's a big scoop.
She was our first guest on Hello and Welcome, right?
She was, yes.
Yes.
No, she's a power player, man. Unlike us, we just come on pods and make animal noises.
We're like a Toronto
we haven't
Maple
done that
Leafs
yet.
playoff power player.
Meow.
I didn't know Mitch Marner was on the show.
I feel so weird when I run into listeners who come up to you on the street.
Are they meowing at you now?
No, but I'm like, damn, man. They're like, yo, man, obviously, like, love the show, shout us out. I'm like, damn, I feel so embarrassed. I'll be sitting here meowing all the time.
Yo, don't come on, man. Don't let anybody stop you from meowing, man.
Okay, meow.
Yo, last episode, well, we did this yesterday at this exact hour. My cat popped out from under the bed.
That's
really?
right.
Damn.
That's right.
He
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
popped
Yo,
up
I
on the
saw
show,
I saw that, man.
Yeah. You were
saw
watching.
that.
You
Yo,
definitely saw that.
weren't you requesting a breakdown of Colin Murray Boyles?
Oh my god.
Did he direct Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Oh, wow. Letterbox watcher.
Oh, by the way, shouts to I can't say the person, but someone from the NBA did reach out this week and just wanted to let us all know that this person is really enjoying the
All the
playoff
banter?
pods that we're doing. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
But then
Wow.
did give me some crap about calling the NBA the National Boring Association.
Oh boy.
Oh, good.
I'm
no,
also,
just like
for
friends.
people
So
in
shouts
the
to the
chat,
NBA. Yeah.
All the banter. I'm enjoying
Was
all the banter.
we're looping.
was it Adam Silver? Was it Adam Silver who said it?
It was not
Someone from the
Silver
NBA was
or
enjoying
it was
all
not
the banter?
Silver or Mark Tatum. Yeah.
Not Mark the Tomb, not Draymond. Draymond. Okay.
No.
For people in the chat, I did link Shireen's article that she won the award for, so you
There
can
you
check
go.
it out there.
Yes.
And on that note, guys, let's go through a little bit of Tangerine.
I love this.
Yum,
My favorite
yum.
segment, man.
And now it's time for the Tangerine Fan Inbox. Tangerine is the official bank of the Toronto Raptors, foundational partner of WNBA Canada and NBA Canada. And of course, they're not just fans of basketball, they're fans of basketball. They're fans of fans who will prepare for the era of President Bobby Webster after Masai goes to Atlanta. No. If you're hearing this, there's no doubting your commitment. Fans like you are at the heart of what makes this game great. So while we hold on to Alex's battery life depleting, Tangerine is turning the spotlight from the court to the stands and celebrating the way Raptors fans support their team because this is how we fan. To learn more, visit tangerine.ca/basketball. Yeah, let's just run through a few comments from the show.
Let's go.
If we get Giannis, can we lock in the walking trip to Richmond Hill?
Oh yeah, if we get Giannis, I will walk to the Rainbow Bridge. Border.
What is that, man? Mario Kart?
Are you going to hold hands with Eric Smith?
Yeah, I will walk to Niagara Falls to the Buffalo border. Yeah.
Why don't you walk to Milwaukee and then we can get Giannis? Like you just pick him up.
Just
If
go pick him up from there.
Yeah.
If we get Giannis, I will walk to Falls View Casino in Niagara Falls.
You will walk. to
Wait,
Falls
what
View,
does
bro,
you going to the
that-
casino have to do with Giannis?
Nothing. Can you? That has more to do with me. Can you do a quick map of say the Rogers Center walk to Falls View Casino?
This guy doxing himself, man.
Yeah. No, man, I'm naming a
Okay.
landmark.
You're
Oh,
doxing
okay,
him.
true.
All right, one sec.
Rogers Center to Fairview.
Falls View.
Falls View,
not
sorry.
Fairview.
Sorry, I thought you were walking to.
Yo, this is a man's walk.
This has 29 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
so
Can
you
I
are-
stay at a hotel halfway?
I mean,
yeah, you
I
don't have to
would
do it
hope
all in one
so.
go. Yeah, obviously. I mean, you couldn't, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the path specifically, it looks like you're mostly.
Am I walking on the highway?
Here, sorry, where are we going? Okay, so we're going to Falls View Casino. I'm going to type this out.
Yeah, to Falls
Yeah.
View. I'm gonna be
It-
Terry Rat.
It says 29 hours. It looks like you're just walking along like not the 403, but like what is
Okay.
this? Yeah, you got to walk across that bridge in Hamilton.
Okay.
That Nikola Tesla bridge, I think.
Okay. Is that where they sell Cybertruck?
No, man, the original, the respectable
go.
Tesla, man. Come on,
All
dog.
right. We have a one-day walk over here. Oh, my goodness.
It's 29 hours, man. That's a lot.
All right. So, yeah,
Well-
are you seeing it on the screen right now? Oh, wait,
No, I
not
don't
yet.
see it.
One sec. Here.
So
There we
this would
go.
be 29 hours.
So a 29-hour
so-
walk right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're walking your way out west, and then.
Oh, I
making-
think Toronto is fine. Like this part, he knows.
Yeah, this part you know.
You might as well take the scenic route and just walk along the lake the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's gonna be scenic by the 23rd hour.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
trying to
you
figure
don't
out
think so?
where it turns.
Yo, that's where Long Branch is, man.
I might gotta consult my dad to see if there's a way to swim there.
Yo,
There's Long
that's
Branch.
Long Branch right there. Long Branch, go.
Oh, it's gonna be a real long branch, man. Holy. Yeah.
This is where it kind of gets a little ugly. There's a Sam's Fresh Market on the way.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like that.
Okay, this
I
is
like
Port
that.
Credit. Yeah, Port
Port
Credit.
Credit. I
can
think
say
you
hi
should
to-
stay
you
in
can say
Port
hi to
Credit.
Craig. Yeah, say hi to Craig. Say hi to
Yeah,
Craig and
Port
Ivy.
Credit. Port
hang out
Credit.
with
Yeah.
Chill with your boy.
Pizza Nostra.
Chill with SB4.
Oh my god.
Here. There's a Clarkson Sports and Physiotherapy, which you'll probably need.
Yeah,
by
you'll
this-
need
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
far
yeah.
into
I'll
it.
get some
Yeah.
physio.
let's
I'll get some
bookmark that for
physio
him
on
for
the
sure.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are we
Capra's
at now?
Kitchen. What is this? It's an
J-
Italian
JR
restaurant.
says there's
You
an
can carve out.
elevation change.
Oh, there is. Yeah, you're going up 130 meters. I think that's the least of your concerns because you're also going 129 kilometers
Yeah,
on
this
feet.
ain't no 5280
Canland
in
Sports
Denver.
Center along the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
we
you know
can-
what? You know what? You guys pick a more realistic spot
I feel
for
like
me to walk.
shouldn't you walk along the water instead? Because like that's way more scenic than like having to walk through just like the city. With all due respect to Mississauga, Burlington, and Oakville, you know what I mean? Like,
You know
Yeah.
what? I will do this if we get Giannis.
Oh, you're
Like,
passing
I'll-
through Brock University. There's that. If you
oh
want
man.
along
Well, you
there.
know what they say: if you can walk, you can go to Brook.
What?
Yeah.
That's the worst slogan ever.
Sorry, man. I got some lingering banter from going to Mac. It's nasty.
If
Oh,
you
my
a G,
goodness.
you can go to U of D. Okay, I will do this if we get Giannis, but obviously I'll
Okay.
work in a couple of like stays at like hotels and stuff like that.
I think
I'll-
if you do this in 3 days, I think
I will do this over
Right.
3 days.
We're
and
joining
days,
him
yeah.
sort of on the way. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Will, like, is that what we're doing? I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, we're driving for sure.
You know what? I'll
but,
meet
like,
you with a plate of momos at Parks in Parkdale. How about that? 'Cause you
Yo, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
That's like the first kilometer.
I want to support you. All right,
buy
fine,
you
know
a
what?
coffee at library.
Yo,
on
You know
Queen
what? If
West
you come to
across
Scar,
from
I'll
Trinity.
walk with you across Etobicoke. I'll walk with you across Etobicoke.
This guy said you'll never walk alone in Parkdale.
Nah, that's
What
you
about Long Branch, man?
that's you shouldn't walk alone.
Oh my god.
That's
Yo,
not you. No,
how
I
long
will
is
walk.
this
Okay,
train?
okay. My promise is from High Park, from the
Yeah.
edge of High Park
Okay.
Yeah,
to Long Branch Station. I will walk with you through Etobicoke, my city.
I feel like you'd be more supportive if you just stayed home. I feel like this is actually disrespectful.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, this is a real thing. By the way, here, if you can hold a fork, you can go to York. I'm
I
telling
heard
you,
that
man.
a lot
Oh
when I
my
went to York.
God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jerome. York.
Yeah.
York grad.
Man, if you got books on your shelf, you can go to Guelph.
Goodness, man.
That's pretty good. All right.
Okay,
On to the next
Kendrick.
comment here. SGA versus Ant is so much more fun than the same old MVP narrative. That would be a fun series if we get that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. By the way, I hate to say this for SGA, but I think Ant's gonna win that battle.
Yo, the only person that got more aura than SGA is Ant, man. Ant's got all the aura right now. I like the Wolves got that vibe, man. The Wolves got that vibe. So
Will, would you purchase Ant's shoes?
Yeah, actually,
man.
I would. Yeah.
I saw that they're on sale for $100 over at Size.
Whoa, what?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Just letting you know.
guys,
Yo,
I gotta.
you better walk there, man. That's your marathon. Of hope.
Upgrading from Trey Young to Ant will be an incredible upgrade. I'm not gonna lie.
This is
Shoe
how we
wise.
know
This is why
you
you're
don't
working
care.
on your one-legged floaters.
This is how we know this guy doesn't care about shoes. This guy rocking PGs and Trey Youngs.
Yo, I actually got the worst selection of shoes possible. Man.
It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, but if the Thunder
I also
the
got
Thunder move
Hardens too.
on,
Don't forget about the Hardens.
yo,
Right,
if the
right.
Thunder move on, it's gonna be cool because like either Shea or Nikhil is gonna win a title, or OG or Pascal. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty
Assuming the Knicks move on.
What a strange family we've adopted ourselves into.
No, but this is all Canadian and Raptors fans do, man.
Yeah, you can walk past Shea's house in Hamilton, bro. Just go ahead.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm
go up the
guaranteeing the walk.
mountain,
Guaranteeing the walk to Falls View.
This guy took the walk to Falls View.
I'm gonna let my battery die.
This guy
Up
just-
next.
Yep.
Josh Hart looked like what contestant number 1 would be versus the Gorilla.
Yo,
Okay.
you look like Ichi the Killer or something, man.
Ah.
Wow,
Great
what?
reference.
Ichi and Scratchy. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so
Sick.
apparently because this debate went from Twitter to like actual people who like took it a little too seriously. I actually heard this like one video where someone interviewed like a zoologist or something, and they were like, basically a gorilla is like 3 times as strong as a human.
Okay.
And it kind of made me reevaluate a little bit because it's like if it's 3 times as strong, then
Like
I
we
don't know
have
if
a
I'm backing
chance. You're
this
saying?
gorilla.
You're saying
100,
we have a chance.
3 times as strong. Like
How-
let's say
how-
like a human's like 3 times as strong against a dog. Let's say.
So
Like,
someone's
you
got
don't think
some,
100 dogs can take down a human? Absolutely.
So some hate dogs. Some humans are gonna have to die in this process. How many people do you think have to be sacrificed to get the W for the humans?
I'm thinking like a solid
3 max?
3.
You think only 3? I was thinking like
I
20.
think if you're smart about it, you just have those 3 really like do some serious damage, and then
Yeah.
the rest kind of like go in.
Okay, people are saying. Okay, people are giving me other details here. I didn't know we had zoologists in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
Someone said a gorilla's punch is 6 times as strong as a human's punch. Well, I mean, I don't think we're punch. Like, I feel like we.
I wish this. I just pray that this was actually measured on that stupid arcade machine where they punch the
Oh
thing, and that's
my
just how they
Oh. So they said they can punch with 800 pounds of force. What about humans? What how many pounds are we punching with? 200? 300?
I don't even know. Damn, man.
Their
No, we're gonna
bite
have to
is
start-
stronger than a lion. Man, don't let yourself get bit, man. You gotta move.
Yeah, I guess the
pivot.
tough part
You making it sound like taking on this gorilla is like light work or something.
Yo, what about pivot, man? Yeah, just pivot.
I guess
Oh,
the tough
I
part
thought you
is
said
no.
civet.
No, I would never do that.
Because no weapons, right? Yeah, like if you just send
One
someone
person
into
from
like,
Guangzhou versus 100
Chill, bro. Chill, bro.
oh jeez.
Chill. This guy having too much
Yo,
fun, man.
let me hide the We the
Draymond
Bay,
over
man.
here. Draymond over here, man.
Oh yeah, let us know if you're pro Draymond or Draymond.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Coco said I don't love thinking of fighting animals. I don't
JR
like
said,
thinking
"Can I
of.
use my car?"
I don't like
Yo,
thinking
JR,
of
man,
animals
your
in general.
personality can't be your car. After working 3 years with you, I never told you that. But
JR,
What's
man.
his car? What does he
upload,
drive?
Upload Mark
yeah, yeah.
Marchese's pod, man. What are you doing, man?
yeah, man, come on, man. I'm trying to hear the check down, man.
Come on.
Yeah, check that thing down, man.
Hut. 45. Omaha.
Shouts to Marchese, man. Great dude.
All right. Up next.
Let me, JR, let
Oh,
us
yeah.
know if I can pull up a picture of your car, man.
Okay. Well, while we look for the answer there.
Wait, there's
we
not
get
even
a
a
pie-
picture of this on Instagram. Wow, okay.
Can we get a pie for where Giannis could go? You could always get a pie for anything. We're just gonna come up
Giannis
with
pie.
reasons to make pies.
Okay, all right.
We're not gonna do it now. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
save this. We'll
we already
definitely
have
we'll
had
definitely
3
do
pies on this show.
free agency pies are actually kind of
Bro,
fun.
they're gassing this like crazy. As I said, if you punch the gorilla, you hurt your hand.
I mean, you're I feel like you're underestimating a gorilla.
No,
Like this, it's gonna hurt. Like you think you're just gonna knock him out with one? You think you're Mike Tyson?
yo, but no, I'm taking Mike Tyson with me in this fight.
What's
okay?
the finishing move on the gorilla? Like,
Part
how do we
one.
get the gorilla down?
Yo, you remember when that
That's
guy
tough.
kicked
Yeah.
that woman's phone outside of Hyde Park? You remember that like anti-fascist person?
Oh my god, bro!
The original
That's
Antifa?
crazy. That's crazy.
What's the finishing move against the gorilla? I don't know, man. Let's not fight a gorilla. Actually, let's just leave gorillas alone. Aren't they in
let's-
danger?
let's-
They're in danger.
Yeah, let's
man.
leave it alone. Let's leave it
Yeah.
alone, man.
Yeah.
On that note, Kurt gets 50% in the spirit of API month.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I can't believe I'm gonna find the article and read it next
Wait,
time.
is-
The
it actually
articles
on?
exist, so the articles are around. You can
hold
definitely
on.
find what he said when he
Steve
said
Kerr.
it, but you can't find the video. I feel there was a point where like the video
Oh, the
existed on
video.
Twitter or elsewhere.
I don't know, man. You might have to.
Yeah. So for people
Okay,
that
but
don't know,
by the way, he did offer sincere apologies.
He did.
He did also apologize for
Steve
it.
Kerr
Yes.
Yeah.
called Yao Ming a Chinaman in excitement on
Yeah.
a TNT broadcast.
What did he say? What was the call?
I don't.
It was
know.
like a post.
Hand down, Chinaman down. Like, what did he say?
Oh,
What did he say? Goodness, man. How did you
Honestly-
say that out of excitement? It's crazy.
Whatever he said has been scrubbed. It's that bad. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think we
man.
can find what we could. Let me see.
He did say, quote, I didn't know it was a derogatory term.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I offended a lot of people. And that's it? Oh, that's the whole apology. Okay,
Yeah,
that word.
I've been
Also,
hanging on to
because
that
like
for 20
sometimes
years.
there's like if you look up Steve Kerr China, there's also just like stuff that you'll find in terms of like stuff related to Daryl Morey and all that. So there's just you have to find the right one.
Oh wow! I didn't even see this part. So Kerr didn't do the right thing on air, and his timing was particularly egregious, coming on Martin Luther King Day, and 3 years
that's
before
right.
Chinese New Year.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's actually so funny. I'm sorry. But seriously, don't use that phrase. It's there's a history of that phrase. It's not great.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I can't find the actual quote, but we're not going to look for it.
Oh well, that's fine.
Unironically, the Raptors could trade Scotty and RJ, and that's pretty much Giannis's salary.
I mean, if that's all it took, man, the Masai would get a contract extension, and the Raptors would get Giannis, and Alex would get sores on his feet from walking to Fairsview. Like,
Isn't it ironic? No, I mean, if you're gonna get Giannis, man, don't find any salaries that match.
Okay.
Match anything up, man. Let's go.
Right. And finally, on the note of Rodman versus Draymond, would you rather have Rodman's life or Draymond's life?
Oh my God! Wow, that's a great question. That's a great
Wow,
question.
this is up there with Tobias Harris versus CP, man.
That's the same question, actually. Would you rather be Tobias Harris?
It's
or
putting
Chris
me in the
Paul?
same blender.
Oh man.
By the way, I was reminded by a listener that I guess Tobias is like a part owner in Crumble Cookies.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right.
Do people actually like Crumble Cookies? They look
I don't.
insane.
Apparently the calorie count on a crumble cookie was like 2,000 or something. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm chunky Asian, so I'm not looking at the calories like that. But they look insane. Like you just look at the cookies. Like
Which
they don't like I don't know. Show us the crumble cookies though if you want to sponsor.
It was like because it's
they're an American company. Man.
Tobias.
They look
Also,
good.
was Cat involved with Crumble? I think too.
Oh, is
Really?
he?
I don't. I know during one of the media hospitalities for
He's
one of
just
the All
like,
Stars,
that's
I just
how
can't
the cookie
remember.
crumbles.
Right.
That shit would be kind of a fire line. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of love that. Some crumble cookies could even hit 1,000 calories each. That's a lot. I think the daily intake is like 1,200 or 2,200. That's a lot, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anyways, Rodman
Okay.
or
Oh right, yes.
Damon
Why-
Damon Green. Damon
Draymond.
Green.
Draymond.
Demon Green. Man, okay, so let's go.
By the way, it
pros
should
and
be
cons.
Rodman, isn't it?
Oh my god. I'm not a Rodman, I'm a Rodman.
Yo, it's Rodman. Those are two words.
Okay, pros on Rodman, on being Rodman. Let's get some pros.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy swag.
I mean, yeah, Rodman is a cultural icon. Like people wearing T-shirts with Rodman's face on it to this day.
Yeah.
That you just don't. I mean, I have never seen a Draymond Green face on a T-shirt, man.
Yeah. Also, he's associated with like, best rebounder of all time.
Yeah, greatest
Versus
rebounder
like,
of all time.
yeah.
Mo-
So public perception as an
how
on-court
many
player.
rings does Rodman have? 4?
I
Ooh.
think he has 4. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Or maybe
with-
5 even. He
No,
might have
he
won
should
2
have.
with
He should have
Detroit.
5 because Detroit went back to back.
Yeah, I think he got 2
Right.
with Detroit.
Yeah, so
Oh,
5
someone
total?
pointed out he's got relationships with North Korea
That's
because he
I
did
don't know
go
if
to
it's
he
is
did
that a pro
organize
or
a
con?
charity basketball game in North Korea.
Yeah, wasn't it a thing that like
What,
it was
cha-
like
what
Kim,
charity?
wasn't Kim Jong Il like the biggest Michael Jordan fan? Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a huge
Yo.
Jordan fan, so he
By
was
the way,
able
Kim
to
Jong
recruit
Il,
him, man.
top 5 name of all time, man. That name has aura. I'm sorry. Like I just like nothing to do with the politics, nothing to do with the acts of history. I'm just saying. It's
We're
just
really
ill-
trying to like bounce
ill
back in
name.
Asian Heritage Month, Will.
Asian
Oh,
heritage.
okay. So we're not going to support all Asians, Jerome. But that's not what we're doing.
We're not gonna support all Asians, as you mentioned. KJ Ill.
KJ Il is
I'm just
crazy.
saying, man. The name's
That's
kind of fun. Man.
crazy.
That's
man.
crazy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We
But yeah,
still-
do you guys have an answer?
This
I
this
think I would
lean
lean
Rodman, but-
I would lean Rodman.
but I don't know what my case would be. I just don't want to be Draymond.
Yeah, ideally, do is like, what's your case to being Draymond?
Yeah, what's the case for Draymond? He's
What
got
do you
like
mean?
a.
You're a
Okay,
four-time champion. You've made
podcast
more money
empire.
than Rodman has.
I heard he's
Fair,
opening
okay.
restaurants in the Bay.
Sure. Yeah.
Probably an Andre Iguodala investment idea.
Honestly, yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, what's the case for Draymond? Yeah.
Draymond
Chat,
is like
chat
definitely a
saying
more-
Rodman never had a #1 basketball podcast.
Honestly, yeah. I think Rodman is like easily the choice here.
Rodman's definitely like the more
Yeah.
like thrilling life, I guess. But like you're also like
we
going on
got-
highs and lows. Yeah.
I like this one, man. Would you rather be Kevon Looney or Bill
Oh.
Cartwright?
Bill
That's
Cartwright.
fire.
Bill Cartwright.
Ooh.
That's fire. There's no right answer here, man.
Yo, do you? Oh man. Do you think Kevon Looney has his chest healed from when Kawhi?
That's why
Yo,
I would. I
remember
just don't
when
want to take that
drove?
Kawhi hit. Yeah.
That's what you think a man versus gorilla is gonna be. Just one punch to the chest. And the gorilla's gonna be like tapping. You think you can get a gorilla to tap out?
Yeah, I need to find. I saw that clip recently on the timeline. Hold on, Kawhi. Kevon
Yeah,
Looney.
that was crazy because he knocked him back into the stanchion.
Oh, it
didn't
was
he?
crazy, man.
Oh man, one punch man over there, man. It was
No,
crazy.
the for people who don't remember this is obviously from the 2019 finals, but there was a play where Kawhi's driving to. Oh, I got this. I got the clip. Is this a clip? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here. Hold on.
All right, load it in here.
let
All right,
me-
so we're loading the clip of
Yeah. Okay.
Kawhi Leonard driving into Kevon Looney, and
I'm not gonna download this clip. I'm just gonna present. I'm just share screen on Twitter if that works.
okay,
All right. You guys see it?
not yet. 1 sec. It's gonna. We just got to add it to stage. Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Already down.
Okay. Let's just full screen this video. Hold on.
All right.
Bro, look at him. So Kawhi's
Like a
outside
rag
the paint.
doll.
He drives. Kevon Looney's trying to do verticality.
Holy! I didn't.
Bro,
I forgot he flew
gosh.
like that.
Yeah,
He's
he really
outside
did.
the charge circle, takes the
Oh
bump
my
midair verticality wise from Kawhi. Actually, no, Kawhi lifts him out of he wasn't even vertical. He was just like on the
Kawhi
ground.
just lifts him up by just driving up to the net. Like this was like the time where I was
What
like, oh,
the hell,
Kawhi is
man?
like stupid strong.
No, Kawhi, you're one of the 100 for the gorilla. I'm sorry. You've just been drafted.
You know
for
what?
Team
This
Mankind.
is more violent than the Aaron Nesmith dunk.
Yo,
This is actually more violent.
Absolutely.
I always remember because I thought Kawhi was jumping up already for the verticality, but I'm now realizing that Kawhi is actually bumping him off his feet into, like he goes across.
He wasn't vertical until contact.
He goes across the whole charge circle and lands out of bounds.
Yo, and Kevon Looney's not like he's a strong dude too. Man.
Absolutely.
This was no
Yeah.
Sean Livingston, man. Holy.
Look at Andre Iguodala doing nothing on this play, by the way, man. What was he doing? Investing? Look at him. He's just doing nothing on that play,
Yo,
man.
you guys remember
man.
Iguodala's Game 1 Finals fit? It was so bad. He showed up in like a vest or something.
Oh,
Sure, you
really?
guys can find it. It looked insane. He got
Yeah.
roasted everywhere, man.
We might need to find this, man.
All right, find this while
Holy.
let's see what else.
I could
saw
actually watch
one.
this all day,
Someone
man.
said, "Would Alex rather be Bobby Webster or Bill Simmons?"
I mean, that's such an easy answer for Alex, isn't it?
Easy, man. Of course,
Yeah.
it's Bill, man. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yo,
I mean, after Will sent over some information about Bobby's life last night, though.
No, whoa, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
No,
Bob.
no,
Bob, no, I didn't.
Yo, it's all fictional, man. We're just kidding around here.
Yeah, well, everything's
Yeah.
a joke on
Yeah,
this show.
change
man.
the topic.
Nothing
Yo, shout out to
serious,
Ernst & Young,
Yeah.
man. Leave Ernst & Young alone, man. I've been seeing people saying Ernst & Young commits fraud. I know they've been caught in a couple cases, but
Yo, you just say they sometimes commit fraud.
it happens to every corporation.
Oh,
man.
Alex, just to let you know, this was a comment on yesterday's show. Coco walked by the Ernst & Young building and shook their fist at it.
You know what? Fair.
I walk by the building, have great memories there, man. Great memories, yeah. Lots of late nights there.
Lots of late nights looking at people's finances. I think. What was I gonna say? No, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, man. I was too distracted.
No, it's
man.
all good, Damon.
Shouts to Ernst Young. Yeah.
All right, what else we got? Anything
I think
else?
that's everything.
Damn,
Alright.
man.
Yeah.
Draymond. Hey, no, we're not spinning the mock draft again. Yo, all those stupid spins that we got 9 is so funny, man. I'm sorry.
That's so bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry we misled you. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know who are your favorite Asians. I think let's just hand out homework at the end of every show. Let us know a couple things.
This is a fair question. When's the next banter pod? Isn't every pod we do
Every
now
pod is a banter
pod?
pod is the problem, right?
It's a bit of
yeah.
banter in every pod, but
yeah.
you know we could do a dedicated banter pod.
We could
I'm
do a
actually
dedicated
Yeah,
one
we
at
got
some
some
point.
segment ideas already for them, so we'll do a
Oh
mailbag
my
and
god, that
stuff.
segment idea is so old now.
Yeah,
What's the idea? Were you
We're
guys
gonna-
we
pull
can
up,
talk.
like-
We'll talk about it
we're
afterward.
gonna pull up Sopranos characters, and Jerome would have to guess them.
We're gonna pull up
Oh.
wrestlers. And you'd have
Wrestlers
to
and
guess
you have
them.
to guess
Jerome,
them.
I can't wait for you to guess who Big Pussy is, man. A real character, by the way. Real
Yeah,
character.
I know of the character.
Goodness, man.
Oh my god.
That's Alex on this show.
Oh
man. Yeah, we're about to take you on a boat. That's spoiler.
Ugh.
Yeah, so let us know. Number 1, are you team Draymond or Draymond? Number 2, do you think the Nuggets will force a game?
How are these? Yo, this is worse than Kumon, man.
Number 3, would you rather be Dennis Rodman or Draymond Green? Rodman or Draymond?
Oh my god.
Number 4, let us know your favorite Asians. Shout us out. Honestly, the more obscure, the better, of course. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just don't. I saw someone say Genghis Khan. Like, come on, man. Like, let's.
It's because you shout out Genghis Khan.
I did.
You have shouted out Genghis Khan, man.
I mean, he's one of the most fascinating men of Earth, man.
Oh
Let's
my
be real.
god. Name another Asian with the last name Chan that's not Jackie. You know, that should be the homework. Yeah.
Wesley. That was really quick.
No, that's
No,
Oh, that's still
I'll
Chang.
let you-
Fuck.
That's Chang.
You're right.
Ho Chen?
Ho Chan. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that's not Chan. That's
not
Chan.
Chan. That's
Man,
still Chan. Yeah.
Thanks for listening to these last 40 minutes, guys.
Oh my
Guys.
gosh.
Wow, we don't really have other Chans. Wait, hold on. Can we actually not
Patrick
name one
Chen,
more
he's a
Chan?
skater, right? Patrick
Oh,
There you
okay,
go.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah. Well, one day you'll have to tell the story about how you learned figure skating because you went to Unionville High School where they're infamous for producing Olympic level and figure skaters.
Yeah, here's the 20-second story.
Yo, someone said Hitmon Chan. Let's go. You guys don't even know about Hitmon Chan.
What is
man.
this? What is this?
Oh
Is this
my
a
God.
streamer?
No, hold on. You need to be put on, man.
Okay,
I don't want you. I don't want you to be embarrassed in front of the little nephews, because if you don't know this,
remove the Betway logo from this.
no. Hitmonchan is like perfectly like. No, this is perfectly PG, guys. Come on now.
we do the Jonte article interview too.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, shouts to Jonte. Actually, I don't know if I want to say shouts to Jonte. I take that back. Take back that shouts. Why is this taking so long to download? Pokemon Zone. Come on.
If it's taking so long to download, I mean, we could just wrap it.
Nah. You guys need to see this, man. You guys need to know Hitmonchan. We're trying to name Chans in here. Someone
Is this
named
an
Hitmon?
Asian Pokemon?
No, I think it's a streamer.
Technically, all Pokemon are Asian. Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess they're all Japanese
true.
origin.
Yes. Okay, I gotta screenshot this instead. Hold on.
Namaste.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Jerome. Yeah.
No,
what
you're
are you
great.
guys doing, man? What are you guys doing today?
Trying to have lunch.
Trying to go to the Jays game at 3 p.m. Yeah.
Man, who's trying to go to the Jays game? Just kidding, man. Love the Jays, man.
Yo, come on, man.
I'm
Come
actually
on.
looking to go to a Jays game soon enough. Okay, I finally uploaded this. I'm gonna add it to the stage. This is Hitmonchan.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Pokemon
pretty
card.
fire.
Looks like a fruit that I buy at Kaiway.
Honestly, it does look a little like a dragon
Looks like
fruit.
a dragon fruit. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Do you guys actually be buying dragon fruits and stuff?
No.
So I just
looks
looked
like
at them.
looks like a puffy Jalen Brunson, man. Okay, so that's
So-
Hitmon. Yeah,
It's like a
Hitmon
Super
Green.
Saiyan Trey Young.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, okay.
what's gonna be funny about this is that this is actually a part of originally there was 2, now there's 3, but originally there were 2, and there was Hitmonchan and another one. Why is it just not downloading as a PDF as a picture, man?
I think
Hold
it's
on.
telling you- That's a sign, man.
No. You guys need to know about. It's not enough to know about Chan, man. Chan's not the only one you need to know about.
So when I immigrated here, my dad went to the rink to
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
me up for hockey, but he went to
Right,
the
right.
wrong booth and signed me up for figure skating. So I figure skated for
Oh,
3
man.
years.
Calvin
That's pretty
Booth.
sick.
So I can do the double axel.
Can you still?
Okay.
I haven't tried it in 35
Okay.
years.
Do you think? But you actually could do it at some point. That's pretty impressive. Wow.
Here,
Guys,
while
you
you're
guys
looking
are,
it up,
you guys
who-
are friends.
answer this question. Who wins, Draymond versus Hitmonchan?
This is just making it worse.
Yo, let's keep going, man.
Is
Why do I
Will's
just don't understand
internet
why I have to,
failing
like,
him?
screenshot
Is
this to
his
get it
internet telling him
exposed?
to stop?
Okay. Where is this? Okay, here we go. So Hitmonchan was one of the original 151 Pokemon, and it had a
Like,
counterpart,
does this
which is
Pokemon have boxing gloves?
so there's Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee.
This is Mike
And
Dyson.
it was an homage to Jackie Chan. This is Dyson Daniels. The Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee were actually homages to Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, which is pretty incrable.
Well,
I don't know if it was
should've done a
inspired by
better-
Jet Li. I think it was
They
Bruce, guys.
should have done a better job than making them look like 2 pottery figures. Yeah. This you can't really tell. How is this a shout out to
No, but-
Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, man?
So Hitmonchan, you can only choose one of them in the game. So if you actually go to a dojo, you can beat the dojo and you can choose one of the 2 of them. So you have to choose between if you want Hitmonchan, who only does punches, and
Yeah.
Hitmonlee, who only does kicks.
Okay.
so
So they
are
got
you,
their
are you
own
guys happy with
special-
this now?
They're both specialists, is what you're saying.
They're both
they're
fighting Pokemon,
specials.
yeah. There's
They're
also
like role
Hitmon
players.
Top now. There's also Tyrogue. Not
Yeah.
Tyrone, but
Yeah,
like Tyrogue, which was
So they're like role players. Yeah.
these guys are role players. If you were to put, well, I mean, they're not even that good at Pokemon to be honest, but they're just kind of iconic for that reason. Shouts to Hitmon Top.
I got super into wrestling this year, courtesy of Jerome too.
Yeah, sure.
So I think maybe next year Pokemon will be the thing. Like when I get into Pokemon. Like,
Yo, honestly, because you
that's
have all the things in place. Like your nephews already want to play Pokemon with you.
yeah. I
Have you
think
seen
they're,
them play
kinda-
Pokemon? Like
they're
in
kind
front
of
you?
phasing out of it though.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like Pokemon's like not cool anymore. Yeah.
These are the Max Struess of Pokemon. Honestly, that's actually not bad, because like
Hmm.
Max Struess is like a role player with iMessage. Like,
Oh, I was going to ask you guys, how would you have responded to Max Struess's message in a group chat?
Well, I would
'Cause
have
we
had
all
the
have
chat-
different
I would have
responses.
had the chat muted and not seen it until after the game.
Okay, fair.
I would have responded with the Jalen Williams or meme.
Right.
Every time you post that, I still laugh.
It's so good, man.
I was actually in the
So-
mirror trying to smile like him the other day. I was like, ah.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know
Alright.
how long into the pod can we actually say this, but I feel like Jalen Williams looked more Asian in college.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No? Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, he looked
Oh,
like he looked more
man.
Asian in college, man.
Oh man.
Well, thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah, guys.
So
let
when we
us know.
back? We back next week?
We are back next week. Unless
Monday?
unless something crazy happens. I don't know. Obviously, we're
Monday's
always-
Victoria Day. Can we take Monday off, guys?
Nah.
Monday is Victoria Day. All right, we'll do it on Sunday then.
What? Every day's a weekend to me, man. So
Oh my god.
yeah, we'll
yeah.
be back next week. You know.
Guys, back me up on this,
Playoffs.
man.
Yeah, looks like Jalen Brunson, to be honest.
There
Yeah.
you go.
He looks like Jalen. Maybe Jalen Brunson. Can we claim Jalen Brunson too?
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
Yeah,
guys.
so we back next week. You know, playoffs. I'm sure Will's gonna cook up some Raptors stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we'll do some Raptors stuff. Actually, yeah.
Closing in on Serge Ibaka. We're closing in.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's what we're
nice.
gonna discuss off air right after the show is done. So
Closing in,
yeah.
and that's it.
That's it. Well, thanks everyone for listening. This has been the Hello and Welcome podcast presented by Betway. Masai, please don't leave Toronto. Let's just keep this thing rolling in perpetuity. And that's about it. Thanks everyone for listening. Have a good weekend, guys. Enjoy playoff basketball. Go Leafs, go! All right, Leafs in 7. All right. No, all right. Bye.